up and was able to knock that pass down as we were looking for Whit Edwards, number one on the left side, on the near side of the field. Common target for the Bulldogs, but that'll bring up third and long, 3rd and 10 for Wagoner.
From the 33, Charbonneau from the shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top and 1 to his left. There's a incomplete pass over the middle. Pass was intended for number 11, Trace Thornton. And a very rare scene here, John, as the Bulldogs punted away on their first possession.
Yeah, the ball was right on the money. You just got to squeeze that pigskin, make the catch. It was a little short of the first down if he'd caught it, but you never know. You got to catch the ball first.
So, Whit Edwards, that was Whit. Punts it away. Pretty effective punt as it gets inside the 40. Will roll dead at the 37-yard line. So the Blanchard Lions will take over after that punt. They'll be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 6:47 left in this first quarter. We know that we're having some difficulties here, so just stay with us and always try to refresh for you, because what it might say here isn't necessarily what it might say at your home. Here's the quarterback looking for that inside slant, makes the catch into Bulldog territory and is tackled at the 47-yard line. And right now, Ben, the defense is playing on their heels.
Yeah, they are. And we've had decent coverage. We're right at their hips. They're just able to get between. They're staying between the defender and the ball, so they're able to make the catches where the defender's not able to really push them off those receptions. So you just got to tighten up a little bit and be able to get our hands in there and break that reception up.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 46. Here's a quick hit to the bottom, and he is still on his feet across the 40 to the 39-yard line. And I apologize to the Bulldog fans at home. You don't have the video, so John, I can't say to the bottom or the top of their screen.
Right.
So
that's kind of habit when you call a game.
Yeah. That is a pickup to the 40 of the Bulldogs. 2nd and 4 for the Lions. Quarterback from the shotgun will continue to be there. Here's a quick inside slant.
Drop.
That time it was dropped, or John, number 9, might have been coasting into the end zone.
Yeah, he looks like the primary target receiver there for Blanchard, and that ball was on the money. You got to make that catch. So fortunate for us, it'll bring up third about 4, as the Bulldog defense tries to anchor down and get a stop here. Because I'd say Blanchard's probably definitely out of field goal range.
Right now, for sure, as the ball is at the 40-yard line. 6:11 left in this first quarter. Blanchard up 7-0 from the shotgun. And quarterback looking at that curl again, right
close
at the sticks. And Ben, I'm sitting right where that catch is, and I think he got the first down.
Yeah, they're motioning the chains on. You know, receivers are doing a really good job on those 10-yard, ins, the outs, the curls, knowing exactly where the markers are. So we got a little bit of better pressure on the quarterback that time, because their last few plays he's had a little bit of time in the pocket. So we got to stay in his face and make him rush his throws.
1st and 10 for the Lions from the Bulldogs 36-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Looking for that slant again, and again makes the completion right at the yard markers.
I think he's about 6 inches short. That's number 9, once again, primary target. Looks like they're going to go with him. Dance with the one that brought you.
Yep. Curls and slants of what we've seen time after time early on in this first quarter. As we're back up and running now, we changed our internet source, so hopefully this will be a whole lot better, and we apologize for the delay. But 5 minutes and counting here at the home of the UCO Broncos. second and very short for the Lions. Quarterback drops back for pass, looking way downfield, got a man, and just overshoots him as number 1 Whit Edwards on the coverage. The Lions had a step there.
Yeah, he had a step on us. Good pressure. I mean, we were in the quarterback's face. The one thing, the defensive front, maybe if they can get their hands up, not that it's that easy, but can get their hands up in his face a little bit, block his view as he's trying to, you always get a chance to get a hand on the ball that way.
Yep.
So the Blanchard coaching staff did exactly what I would do on a second short.
Absolutely.
Yeah, roll the dice and go for the home run ball.
That was just what I was about to say, and I wouldn't even necessarily blame them if they did it on a third and short, as that's what we have here. Quarterback dropping back to pass, looking downfield, and that ball is overthrown. And
finally
on a post route there, and this time the ball falls incomplete, so it'll be 4th and short, and no doubt the Blanchard Lions are going to go for it.
Yeah, they're up 7-0 this state championship. You got to go for it.
The ball is at the 27-yard line. Ben, that would be a 44-yard field goal.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to stay in the shotgun. That's probably where they play all of their offense.
So I just want to see discipline here by Wagoner, not jump off.
Definitely had gone for the hard count, John, as you were saying that, but the Bulldogs did not jump off sides. So the Lions are going to take a timeout on a 4th and really less than a football length. 4:45 left in this first quarter. If you're just now joining us, we had almost a 2.5 hour weather delay, so that is why it is still the first quarter, and we appreciate those of you who are patient with us as we're back up to 170 viewers, and we thank every one of you for being with us tonight. Audio only, but Friday Night Bulldog faithful, we knew you'd still come out and support your Bulldogs, even though you may not be able to be here in Edmond, Oklahoma at Chad Richardson Stadium, the home of the state championship finals of 4A, 5A, and 6A, and have been for the last 4 or 5 years, I believe, and for the future, maybe 4 to 5 years ahead of this. So, very nice stadium.
Yeah, very nice facility, and good stand size.
Yeah,
really pretty facility. Good place to host a championship game.
We are back to the action on a 4th and short. Quarterback takes it himself.
Stop!
And he is stopped short of the first down.
Good job.
Exactly what we needed from the defense. That's a big stop on 4th and less than a yard.
Huge
And
stop.
hits him in the backfield. Great job by the defense.
It really was less than a football length to get that first down. Quarterback right up the gut. And I'm sorry I didn't get that number for you on the tackle. 2 or 3 Bulldogs. 32 leading the charge. That's Bryce Steele. John, he's been doing that all season long.
All season long. He's Mr. Dependable on that defensive line.
Dennis Patrick, I hope you're listening. He told us he was going to be in Australia tonight. Listen to the Friday Night Bulldogs. Bryce, his grandson there. Here's Trenton Edward on the jet sweep.
Go.
And he gets across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Got 6 on the play. The jet sweep, as we've seen time and time again over the last several weeks of the Bulldogs season.
That was a good pickup because it looked like him and Kale collided a little bit back there in the backfield. So to be able to get 6 positive yards, because it looked like a little bit of a situation on the handoff.
That gets them to the 33-yard line. Second, and we'll call it 4 for the Bulldogs. Here's Charbonneau this time, straight up the middle, and they're going to cut him down at the 35. However, Charbonneau dives forward to the 37-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. First and 10 Bulldogs.
Nice job. It'll be interesting to see how we take this momentum to get a big 4th down stop.
Yeah.
Take this momentum and see if we can march it down the field, dogs.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 37-yard line. 3:40 left in the first quarter. Blanchard up 7-0. Here's Charbonneau. Chooses the right side across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And, John, as we've seen so many times when the Bulldogs seem to have a little bit of a shaky start, seems like Charbonneau takes control and says, you know what, let me run it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's positive yardage. Almost, gosh, I want to say he's good for 4 yards about every play. 5, 6, 7, right up the middle. I mean, straight north and south running. I've seen it all year. And he's just he's a heavy load when he gets going north and south.
Pick up a 4 to the 41, 2nd and 6. Charbonneau looking for Edwards. Edwards on the post into I almost said Bronco territory, into Lion territory. It's one of those animals with a good pickup to the Lion 48-yard line. This is the first time that the Bulldogs have been into Lion territory.
I like what we did, Jeremy, on offense right there with Charbonneau setting up like he's going to throw. He kind of took a little, just a shoulder dip to act like he was going to run, and then let the route set up for Whit Edwards on the quick slant and was able to convert.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Lions' 48-yard line. Here's Charbonneau again, and just so difficult to bring down, and he will get to the 40, just shy of the 45-yard line. Ben, John and I talk about this all the time with Charbonneau. Just there's always a crowd trying to bring him down.
Yeah, he's solid. You can tell he's just built solid. So it's going to take more than one guy hitting him to actually pull him to the ground. And every time he runs the ball, it takes half the defense to finally get him stopped.
He picks up 3 to the 45, 2nd and 7. Here's Charbonneau back to throw.
There it is.
Got a man open. That Swanson makes the go. He can't bring it in. Swanson had 2 or 3 steps on the defender and just couldn't bring it in, or it would have been 6.
Oh, that hurts. I mean, we can't catch them all, but man, we need to catch those. Yeah, when it's right there on the money, and
it would have been 6 for sure, and the Bulldogs will be incomplete at the 45 for a 3rd and 7.
Keep your head up, young man. There's a lot of football to be
Yes, yeah, a lot of football left. Charbonneau from a 3rd and 7 is going to throw it again. That time it's picked off. The defender steps in front, and Trent Edward able to make the tackle. And I think they're going to add 15 yards as he may have gotten a hold of a face mask.
That's just crazy how the momentum swings there. Have a for sure 6 touchdown and go through our hands, and then the next play we throw it out, interception.
And that it looked like from his side, I didn't see where it came from. I think he was a linebacker, but he read that play really well and stepped right in front of it. So
the official
he
call
jumped that route.
Is a horse collar tackle. Okay, so that's a personal foul. That will be 15 yards added on to that interception. Ben, he definitely jumped the route there and made a good play.
Yeah, he made a good play, made the interception. It was a good run by the offense. A good play call. He just read it like a textbook.
Quarterback from the shotgun on a 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 34. Here's a handoff, trying to get to the outside.
Good job.
And good pursuit by the defense. I believe DJ Pierce.
Yep, number 20.
Also number 32, Bryce Steele on the pursuit. And the Lions will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's pretty impressive from Bryce to be able to cover from the interior line and get all the way to the sidelines.
Yeah.
By a running back.
It's one thing, the games that I've got to watch, Wagoner does really well is they pursue sideline to sideline. It doesn't matter where you start, and they pursue very well.
2nd and 10 from the Bulldog 33. Quarterback hands off over the left side, and he is going to be hit, but he falls forward to about the 30, and he's going to pick up 3.
Another big 3rd down. We had the big 4th down stop last possession. It's a really big series right here. We've got to make another stop and not let them build.
What I would love to see here from Atson Swanson is for them to throw to number 9 and him pick it, jump it, and take it for a pick 6.
Well,
Get a
we
little
may see
redemption.
that because number 9 has definitely been the favorite target so far. Quarterback looks that way, now looks deep, and that ball falls incomplete. Swanson covering the receiver like a
Good job.
blanket.
Yeah, that was great coverage, and the safety was able to drop, so we had 2 guys back there to help defend that. So great coverage by both defensive backs on that play.
With the incomplete pass, the clock stops with 13 seconds left in this first quarter. The ball is resting at the 30-yard line. The Lions look to the sidelines for the play call on a 4th and 7 for Blanchard from the Bulldog 30. He has three receivers and 2 in the backfield, and
Delay
here comes
game.
a flag in, and looks like the Lions waited a little too long to draw the Bulldogs off sides. Instead, we'll go 5 yards the other way for a delay of game call.
So a huge stop for the Bulldog defense off that turnover. So Blanchard's still going to line up in the offensive
they're
play
still-
position.
Go for it.
4th and 12
I said
now
they-
from the 20 or from the 35.
If he doesn't quick kick it here, something's wrong.
Quarterback with 4 wide receivers, and that's exactly what he does. A little bit of a quick kick and puts it up high. And for the Bulldogs, it takes a fortunate bounce just to the side and is going to roll to the 16-yard line. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, we got a really good bounce on that short little quick kick.
So the Bulldog defense comes up big for the second possession in a row, forces the turnover on downs, forces the punt on the second possession, and now they'll have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. Charbonneau from the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. And he will hit Trenton Edwards on the quick one and across the 20.
Good job.
Breaks a couple of tackles, and now to the 25-yard line. John, that's a pickup of 9 on
Pick
first
up
down.
at 9. I'll take that every day of the week. Every day that ends in Y. Yeah, I love that.
2nd and 1 as time ends for the first quarter. Wagoner Bulldogs not on the board yet. Blanchard Lions with the opening drive to get to their 7.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do in a state championship game is establish momentum, and Blanchard's off to a quick score. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, that turnover did not result in any points for Blanchard, so we'll have the ball down at the north end zone as we start the second quarter.
You know, offensively, our receivers have been open several times. You know, I'm sure some of it is the wetness. You know, we talked about the field, which the field looks really good. Most of those puddles that were there during the monsoon we had in the rain delay are gone and drained, so it's draining really well. So I'm sure there's still a lot of air. Everything's just damp, but hopefully we can figure out that and get our grip back and make a couple of those catches and change the whole outlook of what's going on.
So we are still changing ends here at UCO as the Bulldogs on a 2nd and 1 when play resumes, 2nd and 1, just inside their own 25-yard line. We are at the start of the second quarter. Score is correct at home. The quarter is correct at home. So here comes Charbonneau, finds Edwards. Edwards not able to come up with the grab as a flag comes down. He was open, and it looked like John, he probably turned his head upfield a little too early.
Right. That happens as a receiver sometimes. You think I got to make the catch, I'm going to go score, but you must catch the ball first. Step 1, catch the ball.
So we're waiting for the
We're backing up.
okay.
They haven't made the call yet, but
I'm going to say
Teams
with
are
this
backing up.
with as far as they're backing up, maybe a holding call. Let's see.
Just 5 yards. had linemen downfield. So
Okay.
you can only go about two yards max. Any more than that, and you usually get a flag.
So the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. Now we're back to a 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Tight formation, man in motion. Here's the pitch to Trenton Edward. And John, you just are keeping your fingers crossed. We know the speed of Trenton
Right.
Edward. They're just trying to get him in open space.
Right, you're going to break him outside. Yeah, we went with a tighter formation, double tight, up backs in there, and tried to run the ball on a quick pitch to the outside around the right end, and did not get but a couple. So we'll bring out 3rd and about 3 or 4. Looks like 3rd and 4.
Ball is at the 23-yard line. They need to get just beyond the 31 for that first down. 3rd and 4 is the official call on the scoreboard. Here's Charbonneau,
That's
and
right.
they're stringing him out pretty good as he gets to the 30 or the 25-yard line.
2
But,
yards short.
Yeah, he's going to be short.
You know, nice play. We stretched out really good, but they pursued it well. You know, they didn't bite on anything to keep him back. They just pursued him all the way to the sidelines.
Unfortunately, we were not able to seal those blocks at the corner, and so they just continued to string it out till almost the sidelines.
Yeah, Coach Condon's going to line up the offense
Wow,
and
okay.
probably at least try to give a hard count, get somebody to jump.
4th and 1 from the 25. Charbonneau from the shotgun. John, it looks like they were trying that hard count, and now the Bulldogs will take a timeout. Condon has been known as a gambler in other situations. I don't think we're going to see that here.
Yeah, it's pretty deep in our own territory, but that's when people aren't expecting it. Too,
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I like gambles, but I like smart gambles. I like the odds in my favor.
Timeout is called with 10:22 left in the second quarter. Hopefully we will be able to keep it going throughout the rest of the night. We had some trouble early on, back up to almost 300 viewers. Thank you guys for being faithful, and no doubt, I know some of you told me that you were going to pay for the subscription to watch it and turn the volume down and listen to Friday Night Bulldogs, and we love every minute of that. So we are awaiting the teams to come back after the timeout. Again, 10:22 left in this second quarter. If you're just now joining us, Blanchard took the opening kickoff 95 yards in about 7 plays for a score, capping off a 20-yard run for a touchdown.
Now, on the last punt that we had, our snap was high, so we got Keaton Cole
That
right
one,
on the money.
right on the money. Edwards gets a really nice punt away.
Boom!
And
Oh,
looked
no.
like
I
it
thought
was
he dropped
coming
it.
out.
It's a shadow.
I did too.
I was getting excited.
I believe that was Trenton Edwards right on top of the player as he called the fair catch.
Sorry, fans.
John, I'm with you. I thought that one dropped through his
Yeah.
hands as well.
The shadow of the field was dark, and I thought that was the football. I
So
just had the eye exam.
the Lions will have the ball on their own 40, 1st and 10, with their first possession of this second quarter. And
So number 9's down here towards us on the bottom side of their formation this time.
man in motion going away. Here's the quarterback on keeper. Now he flings it out to the man in motion who makes the catch, and he is going to be cut down by, I believe that's Atkins, on the far side of the field.
Number
And-
6.
Yeah, Sean Atkins.
Sean Atkins, yeah.
Going to pick up 3, and Ben, it could have been a lot more.
Oh yeah, it was a very well defended play because with all the misdirections and the fakes, and defense did a great job of just waiting and seeing where the ball went and make a play on the ball.
Quarterback from the shotgun on a 2nd and 7. He's going to throw this time, looking way downfield into double coverage.
Great job.
And that is blocked or knocked away by number 6, Sean Atkins. We just called his name on the previous play, and the receiver was double covered. Looked like he was starting to pull away, but Atkins able to make the play on the ball.
Yeah, we had corner on coverage, and the safety rolls over and double coverage. So yeah, we made a good play on the ball, good defense, Bulldogs. We was up 3rd and 7.
The defensive backs have done a really good job of covering it. It looks like, just from here, it looks like maybe both of our backs are giving up a little bit of height, but they're doing a great job in coverage down the field.
Quarterback dropping back to
Pressure.
pass, looking downfield again.
Get it, Mattson.
Swanson able to knock it down, almost comes up with the interception, but
It's okay.
either way, he was able to knock it down, and that will make it 4th down. For those of you still with us, I'm going to try to make a new post on our Facebook page, and maybe the scammers will kind of stay away from that one if I don't mention anything about the game. Maybe I just say, hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving.
Right, yeah.
So here's a 4th and 7, and looks like
And we
the
jumped.
Bulldogs have jumped early. That'll cost us 5 yards. That will give the Lions possibly an opportunity to make a decision here on a 4th down play.
That's one thing that we've really faltered at the last few weeks, or penalty yardage. We've got to stop the mental mistakes, Bulldogs. That cost you. I mean, we've already got 4 penalties now and 35 yards of penalties
So
early in the game.
the Lions at least are looking to go for it on a 4th and 2. They need to get right at midfield as the ball rests inside the 48-yard line. Quarterback from the shotgun, 5 wide receivers, and quarterback to the right looking for 1st down yardage,
Got it.
and he got it after
Third effort.
about the 1st, 2nd, 3rd effort. Bulldogs initially, Ben, had him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we made a good initial contact behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like we were going to make the stop, and he was able to just keep those legs churning and dive and fall forward and get just enough to make the 1st down.
So he gets into Bulldog territory at the 49, 1st and 10 for Blanchard. 9:12 left in the 2nd quarter. Here's the end around for the Lions.
Boom, he's stuck.
And that is number 24, Keaton Cole, the first one to hit him, and hits him behind them, right at the line of scrimmage.
And that was a good, solid, open field hit. There was no getting away. You weren't going to break that tackle. He just put his shoulder pads right in the middle of his chest and make sure he remembers that next time he tries, makes that same play.
I believe Keaton is also a wrestler,
Oh.
because that sure didn't look like a takedown right there.
Yeah.
Put him on his back. Now, if you're looking up textbook tackle in the dictionary,
Yeah.
show that picture right
For
there.
sure.
Shoulder in the gut, wrap up.
2nd and 10 from the Bulldog 49. Quarterback drops back to pass. Plenty of time. And now the pressure gets to him. He throws it up for grabs,
It's
really.
interference.
And that ball is out of
It's
bounds.
offensive interference.
Number 9 comes up with the grab at the sidelines, but he is out of bounds for an incomplete pass.
And I agree, John. He
He
definitely
pushed
pushed
off.
off of that
Pushed
defensive
off.
back going for the ball.
Yeah.
So
Oh well.
We're over 300 listeners now. We thank you for staying with us through the difficulties, and we apologize for not being able to interact as much through our chat room or through our Facebook page, but we're going to bring you as much action as we can
They're gonna run out of time.
on a 3rd and 10 for the
Yep.
Lions.
They sure did.
Knock him up 5.
The 25-second play clock is to 0, and they're saying that the Lions called a timeout.
That's bull.
So, we are. So it will remain 3rd and 10 as the clock stops with the timeout at 8:19, and we will be sure to try to hold our tongues here.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I get a little more emotional. It's state championship.
As we try to stay at least somewhat impartial here, bringing you the live action tonight. Again, audio only, but for the 306 devices, wherever you may be, we thank you for logging on and being faithful. Some, no doubt, watching it, watching the live stream, paid the subscription, but probably still listening to Friday Night Bulldogs, and we appreciate that as well. So the Lions take their second timeout. They'll have one remaining. 8:19 left in the second quarter. The score still remains Blanchard 7, Wagoner 0.
Yeah, after that first possession, the Bulldog defense has done a really good job of shutting them down.
Yeah.
And they made the adjustments they needed to and have stopped them really well.
3rd and 10 from the Bulldog 49. Lions with 5 wide receivers. Now one comes to make trips. Here's a down seam.
Get it!
Oh, almost intercepted. I thought 26 Anthony Coleman had jumped the route, and it would have been pay dirt.
It would have been nothing but green. With a little blue and gold.
Perfectly read by him on that pass. He knew exactly where he was going. I think it was just far enough in front of him. All he could do is get his hands on it and knock it down.
So that will make it 4th and 10, as it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a quick kick again. The quarterback still in shotgun formation on a 4th and 10 from the Bulldog 49. And he is going to go for it, makes the throw and the catch for the first down. And I'm not sure, Ben, if the Bulldog defense, I think they were expecting punt.
Yeah, I think they were looking for that quick kick like we saw in the first quarter. Because he had a big cushion, so he was able. All he had to do was make the catch, and he was past the first down marker.
So the completion gets them to the Bulldog 37-yard line, and the Lions will have it there 1st and 10. Quarterback looking out in the flat and got a man at the 40, now at the 35, and he is shoved out of bounds, and we got lucky on that one, Ben.
Yeah. I don't think he was. I think he just stumbled as he got out there.
Okay.
Because I was watching it pretty close. I was like, oh. But I'll give our defensive back the benefit of the doubt. Because I think he just stumbled as he got tangled up.
Lost his footing.
Yeah, that's a 3-yard gain to the 34-yard line, and little stumbling out of bounds, and we were a little bit nervous for a flag, but no flag. So 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Here's a handoff over the left side, and that running back is running hard, and looks like Coleman and company make the tackle to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, good pursuit again by the defense. There's a lot of movement when you watch Blanchard's offense between the motion and then the misdirections and the some run pass option looking plays. So
3rd and a long 3 for the Lions from the 31. Quarterback looking across the middle, makes the catch, and he is still running inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And we've seen the Lions go deep, John, but there's been a lot of quick hits just like that one.
Yeah, it was just right up the middle on a post route. Number one, not very big receiver, but was able to make the catch and drag a Bulldog with him.
And they're back up to the line of scrimmage and make the snap. Here's a jet sweep, and he gets to the corner, but the Bulldogs are pretty good on the pursuit. Yeah. Ben, it looked like they were going to make a tackle in the backfield, and he just was able to outrun to get to the sidelines.
Looked like he definitely has some pretty good speed because I agree. We had him in the backfield. It looked like he was just able to pull away from us before we could finish the play. So,
yeah, Blanchard has some good athletes here. The Bulldogs got to match up.
It's a 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, have to hurry up once again.
Yep, play clock at 2. There's a snap, quarterback looking into the end zone, and that is touchdown Lions. again, that little post route, little slant, whichever way you want to call it. I guess technically it's a slant.
It's
Post
quick
goes
slant,
to the
yeah,
outside.
just 3 steps and hit it inside.
And touchdown Lions. And I want to say hello to Noel Squires. And Noel, I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. He was last week as the Blanchard Lions line up for the extra point. That is
No
up
good.
and no good as it goes to the left. John, a little bit of trouble with the exchange
Bad
snap.
snap, bad hold, bad kick.
So,
Yeah, it all starts with the snap. If the snap's not on the money, then you're almost doomed from the get-go.
so the score will remain Blanchard 13, Wagoner 0. Noel was actually in Idaho last week, John, if you remember.
I do.
Now has come a little bit further to the east and says they're in North Dakota
How
tonight.
about that?
So that's one of the states that we have not had on our map. And so,
Awesome.
Noel,
Add another one to the-
if you can confirm that for us, we'll add that to the map. So, Marilyn Watkins, yeah, we do need to settle down. I think, John, and just think that even though this is 7th time and however many years
Yeah.
and back to back and all that, it seems like the Bulldogs are playing nervous.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but we've had some catches that we usually make. We have dropped tonight, so it's okay, fellas. Shake it off. Keep your chins up. Keep fighting.
Lots of football.
Yeah, lots of football left. Cale Sharpenaw's going to throw it to you again.
Yep.
He knows you can catch it.
Yep.
Let's catch it and let's turn this thing around.
And Ben on the defensive side of things, like Fred Ingram just commented, he said we need those backers to jump those slants.
Yeah, they're just hitting us. Those slants are their money makers right now.
Here's a low line drive, bounces and picked up at the 23-yard line.
Go,
And
go,
here's Atkins,
go,
got a little
go.
crease. He's down the
He's
sidelines.
off.
He's
He's
at the
gotta
30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Bulldogs. Number
Finally.
6, Sean Atkins. Slow to develop, but once he hit the green, once he hit the open, nobody caught him.
There we go, Bulldogs. There we go.
You know, we've talked about it in years past. Special teams can make a big difference. Okay, we can do this. Get everybody's nerves calm back down. Get the Bulldogs back on that where they're comfortable, and now they can go out and play true Bulldog football.
They call them special teams for a reason, and that was definitely a special time that we needed that play as Logan Bloxham tees it up for the extra point. Cole with the snap, Swanson with the hold. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Wagoner on the board. Blanchard still ahead, 13-7.
I think we took that 70-plus yards. I think he picked it up
Yeah.
28, 27 yards.
Well, it was 5 yards beyond that. I think he
Okay.
picked it up at the 23.
23,
So
okay.
a 77-yard touchdown kickoff return.
Yes.
For number 6, Sean Atkins for the Bulldogs, getting them on the board. Could not have come at a better time.
We needed that.
Yes.
We needed that.
Needed a shot in the arm to.
Is that a V8 commercial?
Yes.
We needed that.
Either that or maybe a Snickers.
Yeah, maybe.
So, Bulldog fans getting a little nervous at home as well, and I don't necessarily know if we were nervous up here, but just wondering,
Right.
Yes.
wondering when we're going to kick it in gear, and we think that we've done that so far.
Well, it's always good to get that first one on the board, and an exciting play like that, man, that gets your blood pumping, gets the heart rate up.
And Melody, that's a great point. I'll come back to that after Bloxham kicks it away. Jeanette, appreciate the love you're showing, saying that love the excitement. Felt like she was right here with us. So Bloxham will kick it away at the 40. The Lions stand at the 10 on the return. And here's that short, high kick that we're used to seeing, a little bit deeper than what it
He's
goes.
open.
And here's a return.
Oh,
Oh,
good
nice.
Good job, number 9.
Number 9, Bo McFarland, possibly being with a
Saved it.
touchdown
Yeah.
saving tackle.
Yeah, because there was a lot of green between him and the rest of the defense if he had not made that
He
play.
went straight to Guthrie.
That was there was nothing going to stop him except the building at the end of the end zone down there. So great tackle.
The Lions almost with their own version of their special teams, and Bo McFarland coming up with a huge special teams tackle. Lions 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Quarterback rolls to his right,
Yeah,
looking
pressure.
downfield, throws the ball up, and that receiver
Got a flag.
got a flag coming down in the backfield, maybe a holding call. The receiver thought it was short, and the quarterback went long.
Yeah, that little miscommunication there, but finally we got some pressure on the quarterback to force him to throw the ball quickly. And I imagine that Blanchard probably had a hold of one of our black shirts. And that's the
And
call.
that is the call, holding against the Lions. And I believe that might be the first penalty.
That's second.
Second penalty.
Yeah, that's
Is that
the
a
second
delay
penalty.
or a
Yeah, the delay.
maybe a
game.
false start?
Game
Okay.
earlier.
So that is a 10-yard penalty. It will be at the 27-yard line now. 1st and 20, 6:08 left in this second quarter. Rob Robertson, appreciate the shout out. Rob, a recent author, and come back to that. Quarterback
Big hole.
handoff right up the middle, and he will get the penalty yardage back. Keaton Cole on the tackle, but gets right back, get that 10 yards back in a hurry.
Yeah, just right up the middle. I think everybody was a little bit surprised because he was able to get such good yardage. Because up the middle, they haven't been able to move the ball on us like that. So
And we've only got a 3-man defensive front. I mean, we've got basically a tackle and 2 defensive ends or outside linebackers.
Yep.
So if that guard or tackle gets a seal on one of those guys, it'll be a hole there.
2nd and 10 for the Lions from the 37. Quarterback looking downfield and looking for that slant again. This time he overthrows it.
Yeah.
Bulldogs were there on the coverage, but it was overthrown.
And just like one of the fans said, the linebackers had dropped into that and read that
Yeah.
because Charbonnet was out there and helping defend that play. So, one thing we've talked about for years is the ability of our coaching staff to adjust.
Yes, for sure. 3rd and 10 for the Lions at their own 37-yard line. And the Bulldog sideline, very animated and is trying to get an even matchup with this offense on a 3rd and 10. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking way downfield.
Turn.
And,
Yes.
number 3. Is that number 3? Swanson.
Six.
Sean Atkins coming up big in this second
Wow.
quarter as the receiver had a step on him, but he looked back just at the right time to deflect that ball away.
Yeah, he turned at the perfect time. He watched the receiver's eyes. When the receiver saw the ball coming, he turned and was able to knock away. Great defensive play because he was beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good football awareness. Swatted away. All right, so we're
incomplete.
forced to punt.
Yes,
Yeah.
incomplete pass makes it 4th and 10. The Lions will
Line up to go for it?
surely they'll go and kick it this time, but we'll see. Here we go, a little rugby style, and this time the Bulldogs show no men back, and the Lions get a great bounce into the inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And obviously the Bulldogs did not want to make that mistake as they did
Right.
in the past 4th down.
4th and 10. Yeah, we got burned.
Yeah, that makes that quick kick a lot more effective when you're able to complete that 4th down play like they did
Yes.
their last possession. Because now the defense is going to be hesitant, and they're going to stay up close to the line, and you're going to be able to get those bounces and not get a big return, and not have to have a big foot from your punter to get it down there.
Right. So the ball will be at the 14-yard line for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. I believe this is only their second possession of this second quarter with 5 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. Charbonnet from the shotgun. Here's a quick hit to Edwards. Edwards makes the catch across the 20, across the 25, and steps out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And we have definitely seen, even though the potential run back for the Lions, it seems like since the Atkins touchdown, we've seen a different Bulldog team out here.
Yeah, get a little shift in momentum, and sometimes that's all it takes, especially in a game this big. It's all it takes is one play, one key play, like a kickoff return for a touchdown. Get the juices flowing.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 32-yard line. Cale Charbonneau on the keeper, and he will get across the 35, dives forward to the 37-yard line. And John, just
Bad spot.
when they think that, well, yeah, they're going to catch him at the 36, okay? So, but even with that, anytime you think they got Charbonneau bottled up, he puts his shoulder down, he dives forward, whatever he's got to do, and now that 1 yard, 2 yard gain becomes a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yeah, he's got surge.
Yeah, there you go.
Surge.
It's a good way to put it. He'll pick up 4 on the play. We'll call it a 2nd and a long 6. And here's Charbonneau looking for Shield Knight, and that is intercepted by the Lions. And there is a flag on the play. It is in the defensive backfield, but we'll see what the official call is. Looking for Shield Knight, and defense just made a jump on the ball.
Yeah, they just kind of just pushed through him and were
Yep.
able to make the catch. It was
This might be
Yeah, a
even a
big call.
post-possession here as we wait for the official call. This stadium is silent right now. So the call is a legal man downfield on the Bulldogs, so that penalty obviously will be declined by the Lions. They will keep possession as the Lions force another turnover, and will have the ball at the Bulldog 42-yard line. 4:10 left in the second quarter. From the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, and that'll be a handoff straight up the middle, and that is number 4, Charbonneau. No doubt angry about that last interception. He's going to make up for it on the defensive side.
Yeah, just a good open field tackle. You read the play well, stopped them all at the line of scrimmage, and didn't let them move forward. So, and we just got to keep doing that. The defense has played really well. Barring a few big
About
plays,
that first
we're
drive,
playing,
really.
we're playing really well.
Yeah.
We just got to keep it up and keep the pressure on them so they have to do things quickly.
2nd and 11 for the Lions from the 43. Quarterback looking, now throws it way downfield, and
Good job.
that is broken up by guess who? Number 6,
Sean Atkins.
Sean Atkins. Exactly.
He's got him covered.
Yeah.
He's done a great job in coverage. He's been with him step for step almost every. And if he got beat, he was able to go to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So his football knowledge is all there.
So what I like we're doing on defense here, we sent DJ Pearson on a blitz, and he was
Okay.
able to get some pressure
Okay.
on the quarterback that time. So
Yep. Yeah, cannot let that quarterback. We've seen his accuracy. We've seen his arm. We've got to get some pressure on him. On a 3rd and 10 from the 43, quarterback from the shotgun, setting up a screen,
Dropped.
and that is dropped. And had he made the catch, Swanson, number 3, was there.
He was there. We read that screen well. They picked up on the fact that they let the defenders through the line. So very well read, very well defended. Made him quickly throw it, and then it was inaccurate. So good job by the defense.
4th and 10 for the Lions at the Bulldog 43, and the quarterback in the shotgun / possible punting
no way.
position, and
That's not a penalty. He can move.
He wasn't.
so a flag comes in, and
that's
they're going to mark that off on the Bulldogs, a 5-yard penalty, apparently offsides, and so that will be just outside the 37, now a 4th and 5, and probably assume that the Lions now will definitely go for it. Quarterback with 4 wide receivers, got what I would call a flanker in the backfield. And they're going to punt it away, try to pin the Bulldogs down deep, and they are going to do that as the ball will roll dead at the 3-yard line. Very effective quick kick by the quarterback to pin the Bulldogs deep.
Yeah, it's going to play field position there.
Yeah.
We got a lead, got a 6-point lead. We tried to pin the Bulldogs deep, and they sure did.
Melody, we said we're going to come back to your comment that you made, and Big Rob reminded me of it. Maybe the Bulldogs, that nervousness, we talked about this in the pregame. Blanchard was the one to end the 48 straight. Yeah. Although none of these players were on that team, they definitely have heard that probably throughout this week. So let's see what Charbonneau can do in the offense for the Bulldogs. This time Charbonneau breaks out into the secondary, in the 30, 35. He's still on his feet to the 40, covers up, no flags, and Charbonneau all of a sudden on the defense, now on the offense, has come alive with the Bulldog offense.
40 yards there for Mr. number 4. Clutch run over the right side. Just quarterback draw right over the right side. Called his own number. He's able to break through at the line of scrimmage and pick up 40 yards, 41 yards.
Good blocks from everybody all the way down the field there. He had a blocker with him 40 yards down the field.
So a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 44-yard line. 2:34 left in the second quarter. Charbonneau is looking way downfield for Edwards, and that is intercepted. Number 3, that's a great over-the-shoulder catch as it looked like Edwards was going up for it, and instead the defensive back for the Lions makes a great grab.
That's number 9.
Number 9.
That's their offensive receiver playing cornerback.
Yeah. Nice thing being here, you had a little replay on the scoreboard. Mm-hmm. I think he just overthrew him just enough that the defender was able to get his hands up and make the catch.
So the Lions forcing the 3rd Wagoner turnover, and they will set up again at their own 11-yard line with 2:23 left in this second quarter. And Hal, with a couple of extra exclamation points, says, "Run the ball." So we'll see what happens in our next possession. Right now it's the Lions with the possession, and here's a quick hit over to the side for the Lions, who makes the catch. He juggles it there at the beginning, but had enough time as the Bulldogs coverage is playing a little soft.
Yeah, it was, definitely an option type play. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're backed off a little bit, so they were able to get the quick completion, and it almost looked like he was going to drop it. He had good concentration to go and make the catch and get the positive yards.
That'll be a first down for the Lions. The ball at the 21-yard line, 2:14 with the clock stoppage with the first down. Here's a handoff straight up the middle, and that will get to the 24-yard line out of a gain of 3.
Just basic smash mouth football right up the middle. Who can push harder? And they were able to. Most of those battles the Bulldogs have won, but they were able to get some positive yards there.
Actually gave him forward progress just shy of the 25, so we'll call it a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 now for Blanchard. 3 wide receivers. Now 1 in motion in the backfield. Quarterback hits wide receiver on a quick out. He is able to squirt out and to the 29-yard line, I say. And John, I think you're right. They're going to place him about 2 yards shy of first down yardage. And with 1:26 left, this is a big play for the Bulldog defense to try to get their offense time enough to force a punt and have time left over.
Yeah. Good the way he went out of bounds.
Yeah.
For us.
3rd and 2. They'll have to get right to the 31 for the first down. Quarterback with the snap straight up the middle, and he is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but he falls forward to first down yardage. He needed to get to the 31. They've got him spotted at the 32-yard line. 1:19 now is the clock now running as the first down markers are set.
Looks like Blanchard's just going to slow it down, and they're not in any rush at all to get to the line. So I think they're just going to try and go ahead and let the half run out. They'll probably take a couple shots, but they're not going to be in any rush. Right up the middle.
Up the middle again, and I think you're right, Ben. The Lions look to be content to go into halftime with a 6-point lead.
Bulldogs took a timeout there, so we're going to try to maximize the clock. The big story right now of the game is the 3 turnovers for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, true.
We do have quite a few penalties also. So just the mental mistakes and the turnovers. You don't want to turn the ball over against a good football team.
Right.
They will take advantage of it. So,
Absolutely.
we're fortunate to be only down 6 with those 3 turnovers. So
Yeah, the 3 turnovers, and they keep running stats on the scoreboard. We've got 3 turnovers. They've outgained us by 101 yards, but yet we're only down by 6. So that's a huge positive if we can keep it, just end it this way going into the half. If we aren't able to get the ball back, that's huge talking points for the coaches as they go in at halftime. Hey, we've had some knucklehead plays, but look where we're at.
Right, true.
Now let's go play our football the second half.
Bulldogs forcing the Lions to make some decisions here. Again, they seemed to be content to let the play clock or the stadium clock run out, and the Bulldogs take their second timeout. They've got 1 remaining, 51 seconds on the clock. When the play resumes, it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball at their 32, John. Do they just continue to force Wagoner to take their timeouts and then punt it away? What do they do here?
Number 9's been their go-to receiver. He's down here on the Wagoner side, so I see him throwing to him.
All right, 2nd and 10 with 3 wide receivers. Quarterback is going to hand off, and is actually a pretty good fake, because I thought the quarterback still had it and was going to throw.
Yeah,
He's carrying it out.
I know. I kept waiting for him to complete the pass, and then realized he'd handed the ball off. That was a good fake.
Running back gets to the 37-yard line, and the clock still continues to run after.
There's about a 5-second differential between the play clock and the game clock.
So we probably got 1 more play before.
The play clock at 10, the game clock at 13. And we're going to play a little cat and mouse here, I guess, or cat and dog in this game. And the Lions are going to take a timeout before the play clock expires. The game clock here at Chad Richardson Stadium shows 3 seconds, and you've got to assume that they're just going to take the snap and either take a knee or just a simple quarterback keeper.
But you can't get lax on the defensive side, because that's exactly what their coaches are saying.
True.
They think we're going to take a knee, so 3 seconds, take a shot down the field.
I've seen the fake knee.
Yeah,
where the quarterback will take 3 steps back, act like he's going to kneel, and then stand up and heave it down the field for
And we've definitely seen them go deep several times already.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty. I'm sure our coaches are like, don't fall for that until you hear a whistle.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure don't give up something cheap to let them have any momentum going into the half.
For sure. And just like college and pros, when you're in this situation, throw it deep and either make it incomplete or hope for a pass interference call.
Right.
Yeah.
So here we go on a 3rd and 4. 3 seconds left for this second quarter, and the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout. And that's interesting to see that play out. So
I think they just want to see how they lined up.
Yeah.
What they were trying to get a feel for what they were going to do. We had to prevent defense. We had 4 defensive backs drop back and about 20 yards deep of coverage.
Yeah, it looked like Coach Condit just wanted to see what their thoughts were when they came out, so he can make his adjustments now attempt this final play of the half inning.
So, all right. Noel, okay. So, confirmed that they are, in fact, in North Dakota. We're in Idaho last week for Thanksgiving, their daughters. So, we're going to have to put North Dakota on the map and as the Lions take the final knee. And that is halftime. Blanchard Lions 13, Wagoner Bulldogs 7. We are near 350 viewers right now at home, and we thank every one of you for being patient with us. And even though it's audio only, still sticking with us. If you want to comment in the chat room during halftime, I don't think anyone will be performing. So between the three of us, we'll probably be taking some bathroom breaks, but the two of us, while one's on bathroom break, will fill in the gaps and try to keep you a little entertained during halftime. I do want to give a shout out to Kaiser Middle School student listening at home. Chelsea J, former student, Wagoner grad, and we appreciate those logging on. And boys, I'll let you guys talk about this because you've both seen it time and time again. Deanna Dill commenting that Conlon will get them back into shape in the locker room. We've seen it. We haven't. I won't say we've seen it several times because the Bulldogs haven't necessarily been down
at halftime. I remember being behind at halftime.
But there has been some closer scores and maybe some sloppy play or whatever. And you guys can talk about those adjustments that we've seen time and time again in the second half.
Yeah, for years, this staff has done a great job of making those halftime adjustments.
Right.
In the Cushing game that I got to call while you were out of town, there were, it was a close game, 1-point game, and
right.
There was adjustments made, and Cushing couldn't do anything the second half. So, we talked about it just for a second. Only being down by 6, we're being out. They outgained us. They out time of possession. We have 3 big turnovers.
Yeah, huge.
So those are all big wins that
right.
coaches can say, "Hey, look, yeah, we're down, but look at the mistakes we've had.
Yeah.
Let's settle down and go do our thing, and we'll be fine."
And usually our sure-handed receivers have had some drops,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay. I mean, we just don't want any more of those.
Yeah.
So let's not drop any more. If it's
Yeah.
in your hands, let's catch it, let's secure it, and let's go score. Thank you. So yeah, I feel really fortunate that we're only down by 6 after those 3 turnovers and the mental mistakes. We've got to stop the penalties. They haven't killed us, but the turnovers have certainly put a damper on it because we turn around, we make those couple catches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's a different ball game. We're up 20,
Okay.
21-7 possibly.
Yeah,
halftime, but
we have a lead, or those turnovers happening. We gain the momentum back, so we made a big stop on defense, get the ball back, and start driving, and then we have a turnover, and then we have to readjust back to the defensive mindset again. So
right.
just small mental mistakes that we don't typically see from this team. So they just got to take a deep breath. They got plenty of time coming out in the second half.
So just to recap the first half, Blanchard went ahead 7-0. Well, on the Carter Brayson 19-yard run at 8:23 mark in the first quarter, and then Blanchard scored again on an 8-yard pass from Pierce to Corrick. Pierce Corrick pass from Carson. And to go up 13-0, they missed the extra point there. And then Wagoner, we had a 77-yard kickoff return, and then Logan blocked some kick to make the Bulldogs 7 points. So we got 13-7. Blanchard is leading in first downs. They've converted on some fourth down conversions.
Mm-hmm.
4th and 10, I think they've converted on 2 of those. We jumped off sides, I think, on 1 of those to make it a 4th and 5, and then they converted. So I don't know if that stat's on here as far as 4th down conversions, but I know they've converted at least 3 times.
They had the one we were playing for the quick kick, and he completed the pass for about 15 yards and a big first down.
Right. So Blanchard has more passing yards. The rushing yards are about even. Blanchard with 57, Wagoner with 66. We've got Blanchard with 165 passing yards, opposed to Wagoner with only 52. If we just had those couple catches, then we'd probably be right there in the mix. So total offense, Blanchard has 45 plays, twice as many as Wagoner. We only have 21. They have 222 yards, and we have 118. So Blanchard with those all three of the turnovers from Wagoner have been interceptions. So we've thrown the ball to the wrong colored jersey.
Yeah.
3 times.
And a couple of those weren't even bad passes. They were just really good defensive plays.
Yeah.
So, they always say football is a game of inches, and it's really proving that right now. It's just,
It is.
like you said, the drops. It's the turnovers that you don't typically see from this offense. So,
Right. And then, possession time, Blanchard's had the ball almost twice as long as Wagoner has, so that usually plays a role in the game. Oh, there's the conversions. Yeah, Blanchard is 5 of 12 on third down conversions, and on fourth down they've converted 2 of 3.
yeah.
And in the red zone, Blanchard's winning that. They've been in the red zone 2 times and scored both times. So Charbonneau is our leading rusher for Wagoner. He's had 7 rushes for a gain of 60 yards, with 41 being the longest and averaging 8.6 yards a carry. And then neither team has sacked the quarterback yet, so that's kind of unusual.
Yeah.
Because Wagoner, we put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And we've been in his face a lot of times.
Mhm.
He's just been able to get rid of the ball pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's good athlete, good receivers. And just like you said, Ben, on the deception, the misdirection, getting Wagoner looking one way and he throws back, goes the opposite way. So it's been a little tricky.
So fans, if you do hear some cheering in the background, Ben, John, maybe you've already mentioned this. I think they were having a punt, pass, and kick contest, and I have a feeling looks like the Wagoner Bulldog student has won, and I'm pretty sure that's Zach Daly down there. He's decked out in all gold and got his shirt off. And is that an S that he's got paint? Okay,
yes,
so
super.
the Golden Superman, I guess. And I'm trying to look up on the big screen. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's Zach Daly, who I think just won $1,000 for the school, something like that.
Nice.
1K.
Can't beat that.
Got Mr. Harris down there with him.
Kira Hammonds, hey Kira, saying hi, Mr. Holmes. Kira, middle school student right now, 8th graders, and moving on to the 9th grade here. So we appreciate everybody that has stayed with us, and I'm not sure, Ben, what the stream numbers are for the video or the radio, and I mean there's several streaming up here right now.
Yeah.
But with it only being audio and we were up to 350, we're happy about that.
Yeah, we'll take that. I'm sure nobody else has had the response that we have from the Bulldog faithful. Logging in to listen to us tonight.
So we are still 12 plus minutes away from starting second half, and a little bit of entertainment out there on a punt, pass, and kick challenge. One student from Blanchard, one student from Wagoner, and looks like, I believe it was Zach Daly, who just picked up an extra $1,000 for Wagoner High School. So congratulations, Zach. Ms. Tillotson, appreciate you logging on, and Ben with F&B for maybe since the beginning, and Brandon Christopher cheering from Stillwater tonight, and go Dogs. SM Products. Wish the best of luck for both teams, and we appreciate that sentiment. But most of us here are looking for a Bulldog win, and but we do want to, even though we look for a Bulldog win, Ben, we want this. We want it to be a nail biter.
Yeah, we want it to go down, and just a good hard fought battle to the end, with Wagoner ending on top, of course.
Yeah, of course. Right now we're at halftime. Blanchard 13-7 over the Bulldogs, and up until that last drive, John, we have to go all the way back to the first drive for the Lions to talk about their score. They went 95 yards,
Right.
but after that, the Bulldogs
Yeah.
really shut them down. A lot of 3-and-outs, maybe a couple of first downs, and then punts. And then that one drive that ended with about a 15-yard slant into the end zone,
Right.
and that's what got Blanchard to 13.
Right. Yeah. I was just talking about it earlier. We just feel fortunate to be down only 6 after
Yeah.
those 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
So.
3 turnovers, several penalties, and
7 minutes of time of possession difference.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
7
they've had the ball
minutes.
twice as long as we
Okay.
104 yards of offense more. So
Gabe Allison, listening from Stillwater. Gabe, a couple years ago, graduated, and I believe went off to the Army. And so, thanks for logging on, Gabe. And but if there was, obviously there's a lot of things that are probably going to be raising our voices. Let's say we're raising our voices too in the locker room, despite having those issues. On the bright side of things, like we talked about, with the 3 turnovers, the penalties, the little bit of miscommunications or missed assignments, so to speak, on that 4th and 10 play,
Right.
to only be down by 6.
Right.
That you gotta kind of stand up a little taller there.
oh yeah, I mean, if you strictly look at the statistic sheet and don't watch the game and strictly look
Right.
at that, you would think
Black
it
and
was
white.
a 21-0.
Oh, 28,
28-7 game, and
Yeah, because usually you take 3 turnovers, that's 21 points,
Mm-hmm.
usually for the other team. Most of the time they'll convert on that. So, yeah, you think, you look at it in black and white, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say domination, but numbers are well in favor of Blanchard. But it's going to be a tale of 2 halves. Blanchard won the first half. They're up 13-6, or 13-7, I'm sorry. Want Wagoner to come out and win the second half, establish it, we'll get the ball. We deferred
Yes.
the kickoff, so we'll
Yes.
have the ball first. So hopefully we can get something going, get marched down the field, get some points on the board, whether it be 3 points, 7 points, 6 points. Points are points.
We'll take them.
We'll take them. But yeah, this is what you should have in a state championship game: a good, hard-fought game. And to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Hal, thanks for the update. Cowboys won.
they pulled it out. Last score I saw, we were down by a couple. So hot dog.
Hal, you better not be messing with me.
Yeah, it's not April Fool's.
He said time for the Dogs to win Thursday night football, and that's for sure. Friday night Bulldogs special edition, championship edition, Thursday night edition,
Golden edition.
And thank everyone that has stayed with us. And we still got plenty of time to refill your snacks and juices and drinks as we are 7.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Those of you who are usually interacting with our Facebook page, I did make a Happy Thanksgiving, everyone post, and maybe we can keep the scammers away from that. Noelle has already commented there, and we appreciate her comment. And who knows, before this game is over, maybe we get to, especially those eastern states. But we just added North Dakota. We need South Dakota. We need Alaska, Arizona, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Connecticut,
Delaware?
and Delaware, and then Maine.
Maine.
And then we would have all 50 states covered. So I believe we're at number 37 with the addition of North Dakota.
I can't remember if Vermont is on the left or New Hampshire's on the left.
Vermont is on the left.
Vermont's on the
Sorry,
left.
Vermont, yes, Vermont is on the left.
And then New Hampshire, then
Yes,
Maine.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, if a Vermont person could just cross the border and go into Maine.
Drive
Yep.
around.
You can just take a 50-mile drive and go into Maine, say, we got Maine.
So appreciate the love that sent our way in our chat room. Coach Christie and I worked together. Ben, you know Coach Christie from being at the high school, back teaching and administrator and coaching before the Condit era. He was Bulldog coach in the late '90s, started in the mid '90s, I believe, and into the early 2000s. I want to give a shout out to Robbie Robertson, Big Rob, a '93 grad and a recent author. Ben, you and I both played football with Rob, and the 7 Anomaly, and apparently he is making it a series. Has already been published once, and is, I think, working on his second of the series.
Very good.
So, congratulations, Big Rob.
With him on, you can tie that back to the,
You know what?
Okay.
Hey, we've got 5 minutes.
got
We
5
might as well.
minutes.
We might as well bring that up as this will be the first. Believe it or not, this will be the first time I think we've brought this up this year. So Robbie Robertson, Big Rob, was part of that 1991 season. Ben and I both on there, and if you are fans of the Friday Night Bulldogs from many years ago, you know exactly what I'm fixing to reference. As I guess, let's see, I'm getting texts and comments. I guess the Cowboys went down maybe in the last seconds of the game, and Prescott finds Ferguson for a late Cowboys TD.
All
So
right.
I appreciate that. Roger Schilling texted me that. I appreciate that update. I think somebody might have said something about a last-second field game. Cowboys won 41-35. So, but so we will 7 Anomaly shares. That's exactly right, Rob. The Showergate, as we have called it over the years. And if you have not heard this story, you will think that I dug this up and just out of Wonderland, so to speak, that I'm making every bit of it up. Every bit of it is true. And so
Factual
it's-
information.
it is
Factual.
1991, around October-ish, we go to Cassia Hall. We're still 3.5 minutes away, and it looks like the teams are probably going to get that additional 2 minutes when they come out on the field. Usually they wait till the clock goes down to 0, then they come out, give 2 minutes for a little bit of a stretch before we get started. So just everybody calm down and get your drinks and snacks refilled. But this was 1991, and Bulldogs are up. Bulldogs are down 9-7. We are driving. Billy McNack is the quarterback. He's a '93 grad, also. I believe Big Rob was the tight end at the time, or maybe Robbie may be a lineman. I know senior year you switched to tight end, but anyway, we are spitting the facts here. That's right. We're driving. We're about on the 30-yard line. No timeouts left. And we run a play. We get tackled in the backfield. It's I believe it's still actually 3rd down, but time is running out. Clock is running. No timeouts left. We run the field goal team out onto the field, get set up. Great snap, great hold. Kick is up. It's a 35-yard, 36-yard kick. It splits the uprights. Rico Colbert is our kicker at the. He's a senior, senior at the time, and maybe a junior. But anyway, splits it true. Bulldogs win 10-9. It's absolute pandemonium as time expires, and the Bulldogs, Ben, we sprint. We sprint to the field house because we had a feeling. We had a feeling. And there is video evidence of this, by the way, and I will probably repost that, maybe even on the Friday Night Bulldogs page so that you guys can see this for yourselves. We are running into the field house. Game over. Wagoner wins 10-9. And I think the news report said afterwards it was 25 minutes after the game.
Because there was guys already in their street clothes.
Yes. We had hit the showers. Most guys were out of the showers in their street clothes. We're getting on the bus, and I promise you, yes, Brian Dale was on that team, Bug Eaters. He was on that team as well. We are getting on the bus, and the referees come into the field house and says there's a flag on the play.
Oh my God.
5-yard penalty. You're going to have to come back out with a 5-yard penalty and re-kick the field goal. And so you can see in the background on the sidelines, several guys in street clothes, several guys on the field goal team had to put their uniforms back on, assess the 5-yard penalty, kick the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is no good. Cassia Hall, 9-7 triumphs over the Bulldogs, and that is 100% facts.
Yep. Every bit of it.
Now 22 seasons ago, 23 seasons ago, and no.
30.
Oh my
Can I
goodness.
just make sure I understood that you guys were in the locker room?
Absolutely, yes, we
and
were.
getting dressed, we're
Yes.
on the bus,
Yes.
and the referees come. Then
100%.
20 minutes later, after the game is over,
That is
maybe 10 minutes later.
100% true.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
It went. There was, appeals. There was protests. It was a huge thing after the game. But yes,
And this was
'Cause I'm
at,
pretty sure I was in street
at
clothes.
Cassia Hall.
Oh,
Yeah, it
yes,
was
at Cassia Hall. At Cassia Hall. And those are all facts there.
smokes.
I'll try to post that. We may even post that on our YouTube channel just so those that aren't on social media can get that as well. So
What's that called in official legal terms when you run out of time? There's a term for that in the law field. Or when you've committed a
Statute
crime.
of limitations.
Statute of limitations. Yeah, I think after 20 minutes. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Yep.
Come on.
The teams have taken the field here in Edmond. Just stretch it. We've got plenty of time still until the kickoff. But as the comments continue to roll in our chat room, it seems like several people were at least connected to that, classmates, brothers and sisters. But yeah, everybody. That is 100% true, and
Yep.
there were
Craziest thing I've ever seen.
there were all kinds of. I think. Let's see, Rob. Yeah, Big Al's Channel 2 Sunday Night Blitz back then had a whole story over it, and Bulldogs lose 9-7 in what
And
over the
wasn't
years
like-
are called
like a
Showergate.
Playoff determining.
The seeding, I think.
Yeah,
The way
It had an effect on how
Yep.
we entered the
I
playoffs.
believe so, and we had to travel to Miami that game that year for first round and lost in the last seconds of that game. But those of you out there, check out the YouTube channel and the chat box going on, and you'll see several people confirming that story of what we now call Showergate. I was trying, Ben and John, to make it a little to make it to where we aren't painted to be as old as we are.
Right.
But yes, that was 33 years ago, not 23.
Yes, it was.
In the words of the Princess Bride, inconceivable. Inconceivable. I can't even fathom that the referees come in that late after the game is over, the final whistle's blown, everybody's off the field, the fans are in their cars, they're driving away.
Yes, they. Oh yeah, there are plenty of fans have already.
Yep.
They might have been halfway home by the end.
Oh,
You've won the game. The scoreboard's probably turned off.
Right.
The
right.
lights are
Yeah.
maybe still on the stadium, maybe a glow of the lights.
Yeah.
Because
And that was the old lights that took 20 minutes to warm up.
shut down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not like the new ones that can flash
Yeah.
on and off.
Oh man,
So-
I've heard of that, but I never knew the story.
That is the story.
That is just not believable.
And just so everyone knows that's listening, we aren't talking about today and the referees for today. Okay, we
30 years ago.
we will
30
not
years
disparage the referees calling the game tonight, but 30 plus years ago.
How do they sleep at night?
So,
Wow.
oh, that is again. If you know anybody that graduated between 1990 and 1994, that a football player, they were probably on that team, and recount that story for you. So
Glad we got to talk about it.
yes,
This is the
absolutely.
season of
We've
Friday
got
Night
to.
Bulldogs. We're not talking
Yes, that is true. The 15th anniversary of Friday Night Bulldogs. By golly, we're going to talk about shower game. We are back to the action, the opening kickoff of the second half. The Lions will kick off as Williams, Swanson, and looks like McFarland will return. And is that Atkins again making a great return? Is actually a short short high kick fielded. That's Trace Thornton, number 11, I believe. Trace Thornton with a good return. As it's actually kicked in a really good spot where a lot of defenders were, but somehow he returned that for about 12 yards.
Yeah, it was a great return, despite it being short and them getting down there to cover it really well.
So great field position here for the Bulldogs. Only got to go 51 yards, half the field. We can do this.
This is the opening plays of the second half. Wagoner, 1st and 10. Charbonneau takes it straight up the middle, running hard across the 45, and he is to the Lions' 41-yard line, close to first down yardage.
He's so strong and he always falls forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing, he may go down, but he's going to gain another yard plus as he falls forward. They don't knock him backwards.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
one play we're in the Blanchard territory, so that speaks volumes here as we start the second half.
Rob's still going. Big Rob's still going on in the chat room. Yeah, Rob, it's time to get back to action here at Edmond. So here's the Bulldog.
stripped the ball out.
They did
They
strip
stripped
the
it
ball. I think they called him down.
They're calling him down.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got away with that one.
The Bulldogs able to get first down yardage. The Lions thought they defense created the 4th turnover.
Yeah, he already ruled down.
And the knee was down, so the Bulldogs will have the ball 1st and 10 on the Lions' 39-yard line. Melody, your cousin Shannon was on that team. He was, I believe, a junior or senior at the time. Senior. He was a senior at the time. He was actually the snapper for that field goal. Here is a 1st and 10. There's over to Whit Edwards.
Stiff arm.
Edwards across the 30, inside the 25,
Good job.
into about the 20-yard line. A quick hit, John, to Edwards, and he did the rest.
And he did the rest. Catch the ball first thing. Catch the ball and then get downfield. He loves to throw those big long arms out. He's got like a 6 foot, almost a 7 foot wingspan.
Yeah.
So when he stiff arms you, he's got you 3 yards away from his body, and then able to pick up first down.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, just outside the Lions' 20. Charbonneau from the shotgun. He'll take it himself, straight up the middle. Just sticks his head in there, and he's only going to pick up 1 this time.
Yeah.
He actually never went down, though.
Yeah, never went down. Yeah, he's a tough one to bring down. He's so strong, his leg strength and the drive, his determination. But I like what we're doing here, keeping the ball on the ground. Just that one pass to Whit Edwards so far. So
And a high percentage pass.
Yeah, and I think we got Shield Knight split out here to the
Yeah.
bottom of the screen.
So
Make the defense commit to the run, and that opens up your passing game.
Yep. Here's another quick hit to Edwards.
He
Edwards
lowers that
running
shoulder.
hard, yeah. Edwards with that 6'6" frame, just falling forward. John gets him 3 yards.
Yeah, he made the catch there, cut it inside. He lowered the shoulder and layered the boom on the Blanchard defender. So we only got a 3rd and 1 here. Very, very doable, convertible 3rd down, or 3rd and a long one.
They're going to spot the ball just outside the 12-yard line of the Lions. 3rd and 1, the opening drive of the second half. We're at the 9-minute mark if you're just now joining us, and the Bulldogs have a 3rd and 1. Full backfield, no receivers, Charbonneau from the shotgun, and we are going to have a false start on the Bulldogs, and the memo of the snap count didn't come because we had 3 or 4 of them going forward.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there on when we were going to snap the ball.
I think
like
we
we-
went Wildcat.
yeah, we did.
Wildcat. We had
Yep.
Whit Edwards as a quarterback in the shotgun and 3 upbacks in front of him. So we've seen that play where he just gets a snap, goes straight upfield. But may have to rethink this one. 3rd and 6 now.
Bulldogs need to get just shy of the 11-yard line. Here's the jet sweep. Avon Goodland.
Got
Goodland
him.
stacked up at about the 15-yard line. I believe that may be the first time that we have called Goodland's number tonight. And he's going to get to the... They're going to give him forward progress just inside the 16-yard line. So he picked up about 2 of those penalty yardage back. And now we're going to have a 4th and a short 5. And you're pretty much bet on it that we're going to go.
We've got a good kicker that can probably convert this, but it's state championship.
Yep.
We got the ball moving. Let's keep it moving.
You got Whit Edwards one-on-one, but Charbonneau is going to take this, and he picks his way through inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Bulldogs, but a flag comes in. I believe this one might come back, may have had an early start.
Nah, I think it's a hold.
Okay,
Because it was after the most
Okay.
of the offense started.
gotcha.
So,
Here
so
comes
I'm
the
afraid it's
call,
going to be a hold.
and definitely going against Wagoner, waiting for the official call. Holding is the call against the Bulldogs. And it looked like the Lion defense, Ben, had kind of bottled up Charbonneau, but he was
He
Yeah,
found the
he
gap.
he found his way.
He pushed his way through.
And
so-
it was away from the holding
Yeah,
call.
yes, exactly, away from the holding call.
The holding call had nothing to do with that touchdown.
That's right.
Which
So,
is kind of rare.
Yeah.
Because usually a hold will spring something.
Right.
It was on complete opposite side of the field.
So the ball is back at the 25-yard line now. We go to a 4th and 14 as the Bulldogs
We're going to call a timeout. We're
Yeah.
going to talk about it.
are going to let the clock run down, and the clock stops now at 7:35 with the Bulldogs taking their first of 3 timeouts in this second half.
Well, as the game's progressed here early in the 3rd quarter, I have a feeling this could be one of the most pivotal plays of the game.
Yeah.
As we, at the 7:35 mark, this will be a big decision on what Wagner decides to do.
And we talked about penalties in the first half, and 2 big penalties
Yeah.
crushed this drive because we
Yeah.
were moving the ball at will.
Yeah.
And then we had I don't know, miscommunication or something happened.
Somebody
we had
didn't
the
get the
false
memo.
start.
The snap
And then-
count, right?
Score the touchdown, except there was the hold. So now we're in a bad way because we're 4th and real long. So
We are in the 3rd quarter. If you're just now joining us, the scoreboard is correct at home. Blanchard 13, Wagner 7. We're in the 3rd quarter, and we are back up over 300 viewers, 328 right now. Devices, that is, and probably in the 1,000, around 1,000 viewers, if not more, with the average viewers per device. We appreciate every one of you guys. Here's a 4th and 14, Charbonneau from the shotgun.
Looking
Looking to
shield
throw, and shield night, and that ball falls incomplete. It actually went through 3 individuals' hands.
Yeah.
The first one was, unfortunately for us, for Blanchard.
Yeah, number 11 had his hands on it, and then it went to shield night. Number 12, the intended receiver, And then finally, I think number 9 probably for Blanchard got a piece of it too.
Yeah, it went off three players' hands, deflection, and so that incomplete pass gives the Lions the ball on the turnover on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Ben, the Bulldogs need a defensive stand right now.
They need a big stand and get the ball right back so we can finish that drive.
Yeah. Quarterback, hands off.
Good job,
And
Alex.
There's that first big play we were just now talking about. Number 12, Alex Shield Knight, the recent OU commit. And John, I know you love to hear that every time.
I do love to hear that every time. Playing defensive end there on the outside, read the play perfectly and just closed it down. I thought it might have had a loss on the play.
Yeah, that's because the spot's a little generous, maybe.
They gave him forward progress.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 for the Lions. 4 wide receivers, and got the tailback in the backfield with the quarterback. 6:47 left in this third quarter. Quarterback dropping back to pass, plenty of time. Now goes to the sidelines,
Flags
and
everywhere.
there are flags
Like
everywhere.
4.
In the
And they're all
defense,
different areas. There's one here, there's one like at the line of scrimmage.
hopefully this is offsetting penalties, because most of the time if it comes in defensive backfield, that's usually a defensive hold or illegal hands. We'll see what happens, but yeah, there's laundry all over the place. Waiting for the official signal.
It's against us.
Wow. So all of the flags.
Holding.
Okay, so defensive holding. Apparently, more than one ref saw it.
Yeah.
Must have had some jersey in his hand.
It sure looked like there was maybe off, like you said, offsetting because of the way the
Two
flags
different-
were thrown.
2 different areas.
So that's an automatic first down. 1st and 10. And here is the end around for the Lions. And that is going to get across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Lions picking up another first down.
He sold the fake there on the
Yes.
handoff, and really thought the running back had the ball and pulled it out and threw outside to number. Pretty sure it was number 9 once again.
1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 48. Quarterback with 4 wide receivers, as they have been most throughout this game.
So it looks like what we're doing on the Bulldog defense, we're trying to give them a lot of different looks. Nobody's really setting up in a stance, and we come hard.
Looking for a
Finish.
quick
Get
hit.
him. Finish.
Shield Knights able to
Effective.
finish the quarterback in the backfield. Might have been Steele, the first one there, maybe even Josh Davis, and Shield Knight able to finish the job. And we've just got to eliminate the penalties, as the defense might be giving up some, but then they come up back with a big play.
That was a great pursuit by Shield Knight to finish that. Lots of pressure, and I liked all the changes there from the defensive, because you can't decide who to block. 'Cause you don't know where they're coming from.
The offensive linemen don't know their assignment because nobody's lined up in front of them.
Right?
They dance up, they dance back, they dance up. Now we get down to a 3-point here.
2nd and 15, quarterback rolling to his left, looking downfield, now throws it up for grabs.
Get it, Whit.
Whit
Run
Edwards.
down. He got it.
Interception.
Whit
got it.
Edwards.
You got
We're looking for the
There's no
signal.
referee
There it
there.
is.
There it is. First
Whit
down.
Edwards coming up with a big interception. We are waiting for the official
gets 1
signal,
foot
and 1 foot in is all he needed. We're looking for the replay
Right there.
easily.
Good
Easily.
job.
I think he got both feet in, matter of fact. So
Nice.
we're just talking about the big plays, and there Whit Edwards comes up. I
Now
believe
let's
that's the
score.
first turnover.
Yeah, first turnover for Blanchard.
For Blanchard,
Wagner.
yeah.
Now let's go score.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. After a Whit Edwards interception, they have the ball at the 26-yard line. 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Let's just be patient. Be patient.
3 wide receivers, one of them in motion. That's Edwards. And here is a handoff straight up the middle, and that is Trenton Edwards able to squirt through into the secondary near the 35 and near first down yardage.
Yeah, great play there, right up the middle, off tackle to the right, off the guard side actually. 'cause he was able to get up about 7 yards on the pickup.
Really good run too, because broke some tackles there
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Kept the legs turning, kept moving forward. So that's all we need. 6-7 yards of play adds up real quick.
Yep. So we'll have a 2nd and 4 from the 33-yard line. Charbonneau from the shotgun. He'll take it himself straight up the middle, and he will get first down yardage across the 35 to the 38-yard line. And you're probably a safe bet that we're going to have a lot of high percentage. If we pass a lot of high percentage passes,
Right.
probably be mostly runs. And we do have a Lion down on the field, and it looks like we're hoping that that's just a cramp, and as he's down with the coaches assisting him. 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in this third quarter. For those of you with us, nearing 350 now, be sure to pass the word around. We're in a tight one. This is what we were wanting. As long as the Bulldogs come out on top,
Yep.
and so we've got a lot of football to play. And John, we've seen the Bulldogs have some positive plays on the offensive side, but sometimes some big plays. But the score came from a kickoff return.
Right, yeah. Special teams was able to come through there. So we just got to keep the ball in our possession, keep the weight out of Blanchard's hands, because they've been successful at moving the ball, even though they've only got 13 points. We feel really good about that as long as they've had the ball, and they've basically kind of doubled up on us on time of possession and yardage gain.
So still an injury timeout on the field. Looks like number 3 for the Lions, who's been very busy on the offensive side of things, is going to walk off on his own power. And Ben, it looks like it was just a cramp.
Yeah, he's walking very stiff leg, like the old calves were knotted up on him pretty good.
Yep. So the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 as play resumes from their own 37-yard line. Charbonneau going to take it himself straight up the middle into the secondary of the line. The ball comes loose. They strip the ball, and the Lions think that they have it, and they do. The 4th turnover of the night that the Lions defense has created, and the Bulldogs defense are going to be called on one more time.
Yeah, they're
Blanchard's taught their coaches have taught them to get in there and rip at that ball, punch at that ball, strip at that ball.
And we've seen that several times, John.
Yeah, they're
anytime
in there.
they're stacking them up, and somebody's in there ripping.
Somebody's in there ripping.
So the turnover gives the ball to the Lions at the Bulldog 44-yard line with 4:05 left in the third quarter. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking downfield, chased by Shield Knight, and now pretty much just throws it away as Shield Knight was clamping down on him.
Putting on the pressure, yeah.
Yeah, looks like Shield Knight's got a little bit of a limp on that left side. So
Well, and
Got it taped
looking
up,
down
too.
there, yeah, he's got his leg taped up. So
really good pursuit though, especially if you've got
Yeah.
a little bit of a nagging injury. So
yeah.
the defense has done a really good job. We just got to keep up the pressure.
I don't know if that happened during halftime because first half that was not on his leg
Yeah,
for sure.
I didn't notice it.
So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass, quarterback hands off, and here's positive yardage for the Lions to the 40-yard line. They're getting inside the 40, a pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
A lot, just that misdirection, fake pass. You know, it's hard to defend because your reads are going all over the place
Sure.
with all the movement and all the different schemes that Blanchard's offense has. So, good job though to be able to minimize the gain on that.
Yeah. We'll call it 3rd and 6 from the 40 for the Lions. Quarterback with a handoff, and it is stuffed
Good
in the
job.
backfield.
Bryce,
that is number,
go. Sorry,
that's
52.
52. That's Ryder Adol.
Good job, Ryder.
job.
Times
Adol.
32 there for a second. It's 52.
Able to look like he tackled him in the backfield, but it's going to be placed back at the 40, the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and 6 from the Bulldog 40. Decision time for the Lions.
Well, they pretty much lined up to go for it most of the night. So they've got a play call for it. They've got a 4th and 10 play. They've got a 4th and 6 play.
4th and 6, quarterback. He's going to have the quick kick.
Catch
Not
it, go,
as effective
go.
this time as it is caught. And the ball comes loose, and the Lions have recovered.
Oh, my gosh.
There is a flag on the play. No, he waved it off. Looked like he may have been using that to mark where the ball was. It was a quick kick, short kick, fielded by the Bulldogs and was going to be returned. And the Lions come up with their 5th turnover produced of this game. 2:24 left in the third quarter. The Lions have gotten the ball right back and are in the Bulldog territory at the 31-yard line. And once again, the Bulldogs are going to have to be called, the defense is going to have to be called on.
Yeah, defense is going to have to keep playing. You know, they're playing really hard. The turnovers are putting them in lots of bad spots tonight, and they've been able to come through. So, their number's going to be called again. We got to be tough.
Yeah, it just takes one play to turn it back in our direction.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback, hands off, straight up the middle. And he is cut down by number, I believe that was 24?
20 and
20. That's DJ Pierce.
and 32.
And 32, Bryce
Steele.
Steele, for a gain of 2 to the 29. 2nd and 8. And we've got a Lion player down on the ground. And I hope that he's okay as his coaching staff comes out on the field. 2:09 left in this third quarter. Lions have all 3 timeouts. Bulldogs have 2. As we up on the screen, we look at the amount of penalties. 8 penalties for the Bulldogs, 2 for the Lions. 14 first downs versus 8. How about passing yards? 177 to 77 of the Bulldogs. But the biggest stat of the game are the 5 turnovers of the Bulldogs, and I believe only 1 for the Lions.
Yeah, Blanchard is +4 right now in the margin.
So we still have a injury timeout. And as the teams get back to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd and 8 from the 29-yard line of the Bulldogs. 2:09 as the clock will begin right now. Quarterback from the shotgun, dropping back to pass. Plenty of time, looking way downfield down the sidelines.
Offensive
And
interference.
that was almost a circus grab. There's a flag on the field. Ben, I'm with you. I would think that would have been offensive pass interference as he climbed up the defender's back.
Pushing
Sure
off
did.
of his back. So
Yeah, he went right up his back.
And the flag is
I don't
still
think
on the
that's a
field.
flag. I think
Okay.
it's just
Should have been a flag 'cause he clearly pushed off of the defender's back.
Okay, yeah, somebody that definitely from afar, it looks like a flag, but it must be a cup or something. So the incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 8 for the Lions from the Bulldog 29. Quarterback drops back to pass again, throws it wide open in the flats, and the Lions still running and gets inside the 20. Right, it gets pushed out right at the sticks, but there was nobody within 10 to 15 yards of him when he made the catch.
No, he was wide open. I don't know if we blitzed, so we just didn't pick up all of the backs for coverage. Kind of hard to tell, but
there wasn't anybody.
luckily that we were able to stop him without him getting in for the score.
I think they snuck that back out of the backfield a little later than normal,
Right.
and so
Yeah, sometimes they'll suck up in the middle and act like they're blocking and then just release.
1st and 10 for the Lions from the Bulldog 20. quarterback rolling to his left, looking downfield, and the catch is made at the 10-yard line, shoved out of bounds, and the Lions looking to pull ahead by 2 scores as they get near the ball just outside the 10. So they're actually able to get a first down, a new set of downs.
Right at the 10.
Okay, yeah, so it's going to be
Change
first
it
and
down,
goal.
so.
Yep. First and goal for the Lions from the Bulldog 10. Quarterback with the ball, now a handoff straight up the middle. Keaton Cole is there first to make the tackle
Good
for
job.
the Bulldogs,
Met
right?
immediately.
Yep. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Hit them right at the line of scrimmage. Don't let them get any momentum.
And it will be second and goal from the 10. Bulldog defense looking for a big defensive stand as the Lions look to the sidelines for the play call. Second and goal. Lions from the quarterback, as they have all been all night long. Here's the handoff straight. No, quarterback pulls it out, and he's at the 5. He's at the 3. Touchdown, Lions. Quarterback. That was a great fake.
Very fake.
Yeah, and they've had a couple of those where everybody was faked out except the guy with the ball. So
10-yard run from the quarterback, and he had me fooled as I thought it was a handoff straight up the middle, pulled the ball away at the last second, and then ran it in for the score. Extra effort because he had gotten hit at the 3-yard line and then dives in for the touchdown. Here
looks like
is
they're going to go for 2.
okay, going to try to recoup that extra point miss, and so it looks like the Lions may go for 2. Yes, they are, as the quarterback lines up in the shotgun. Receiver in motion, quarterback looking into the end zone,
Good
and that
job.
is knocked away by Mattson Swanson. So the score remains 19-7, Lions over the Bulldogs.
I can almost guarantee they were going all quick slants on
Right.
all those routes.
So Friday Night Bulldog fans, strap in because we're going to be here till the bitter end. 25 seconds left in this third quarter, and I'm sure the Bulldog fans wouldn't mind another Atkins 77-yard kickoff return right now.
That helped the cause. And yeah, Blanchard's able to convert on that Wagoner turnover there. That was our first fumble turnover. We had interceptions before, but they were able to convert there, so that bites us. But still plenty of time left on the clock for the Bulldogs to put up a couple scores.
And to still be in this game, despite the 5 turnovers.
And just, I mean, the opening drive was going so well, and a couple of mental mistakes, and then we, lose, and then we have the turnovers, and we make a stop, and then we turn it right back over. So, we've got to have a clean fourth quarter, and we've got to be aggressive and move the ball really well and get, plenty of time.
We can do that, but
It's got to be clean.
Rest assured that the Blanchard coaching staff is telling that kicker, don't kick it to number 6. But the problem is you got number 3 back there, Mattson Swanson, who's had a kickoff return for a touchdown. I believe Tayshawn Williams is back there. Here's a line low drive and picked up, I believe is that Atkins again?
Yeah.
It is, and he has a good return to the 44-yard line, and Sean Atkins with the heads-up play again on special teams. A lot of times that when you kick it like that, John, it's so hard to field.
Yeah, it's bouncing left and right. You never know it's going to hop or it's going to squib or it's going to shoot left, shoot right. So he was fortunate enough to scoop that right up. We got great field position, only 55 yards to go. So, let's just run it down the throats.
First and 10 Bulldogs from their own 45, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's a quick hit out to Avon Goodland. Goodland into open field into Lions territory, and that is going to be he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 49. Again, high percentage pass there as we actually there's 1 second left in the third quarter, and we've got another injury timeout as the looks like the Lions on the Bulldogs sidelines as the coaching staff comes all the way from the opposite side to attend to that player. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so hopefully he'll jump up and run off on his own power. Yeah. Actually, Ben, they put 5 seconds back.
I think it's
clock.
another. It looks like maybe he's cramped again. It's at number 3.
Okay.
He was cramping earlier. So
yeah. So no doubt a busy night for number 3 for the Blanchard Lions, and he's going to walk off on his own power. They've put a couple of seconds back up on the clock. 5 seconds left now in the third quarter as the time expired. And I just want to bring this up. The last time we had an injury timeout, once the teams got back to the line of scrimmage, they started the clock. Mm-hmm. So the Bulldogs need to be aware of that if they're wanting to get a playoff before third quarter.
They need to be set. So as soon as that official gets out of the way, we got to snap the ball.
And it looks like the Bulldogs are ready. They are on top of the ball, and
it's going to start on the snap because I think it.
Yeah, we were out of bounds.
Oh, okay, I got you. That's right. We were out of bounds. Because I was fixing to jump on that. I'm like, wait a minute. We started it last time. So snap, here's Charbonneau looking downfield. And wide open Whit Edwards at the 40. Picking up a field, block downtown, cross the 30. And he is at the 20-yard line. Had the ball out, and the Lions swiped at it for sure.
Yeah, we've seen they're going to swipe the ball. We got to ball protect. We don't need to add. We definitely don't want to add to that turnover margin. So protect the ball especially when you get down there in traffic.
A pickup of, I believe, about 29, 28 yards to the 20, and that is the end of the third quarter. Blanchard Lions 19, Wagoner Bulldogs 7. When play resumes, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Lion 20.
I'm giggling a little bit because the Blanchard player actually stole Whit Edwards' towels, both of them, okay, and hustled off to the sidelines.
Oh, wow.
As a souvenir. And Whit Edwards chased him all the way to the Blanchard sidelines, told the referee he took my towels. I watched the whole thing.
I saw him put it back
he ran
with the towels,
he ran
but I
all
didn't know
across
what
the
happened.
field just to get his towels.
Well,
I was like, what is going on? And sure enough, the referee said, give me the towels back.
Okay.
So, he got his 2 towels.
A little gamesmanship going on down there. So
normally I wouldn't have worried about it. Okay, whatever. And apparently there's some sentimental value to him.
Bobby Eubanks commenting on our Facebook page. Appreciate the love shown, and everyone that we went over 350 or back at 349, and make sure everyone knows that this game is far from over as the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 from the Lion 20, first play of the fourth quarter. Here's a quick hit over to Edwards again. Edwards through a crease. Yes. He is in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Number 1, Whit Edwards. And that was a quick hit, and I'm trying to did we get the receiver that threw the block downfield? We're going to get the replay here. Number 10 would be Avon Goodland throwing a great block downfield. Edwards squirts through that seam that he creates from the block, and the Bulldogs have just pulled within 1 score.
Exactly what we needed on that possession. Come out, get it back, and get back to a 1-score game. Now we can pin them deep and shut them down on defense.
Blocks them with the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Blanchard Lions 19, Wagoner Bulldogs 14. 11:53 left in this ball game, folks. We're going to have a barn burner here.
Barn burner.
Make sure you let everybody know that may not be aware that even if they don't want to pay for the stream, John,
we need your support.
We need your support. That's right. So.
Yeah, it's kind of odd to finally breathe a sigh of relief at the end of the start of the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
We finally get our first offensive touchdown. Whew.
So
there's the cameras on the gold ball there. That's we'd like to have that in our hands here in about 11 minutes and 53 seconds.
So Friday Night Bulldog fans, we appreciate you staying with us, and who knows, maybe audio only is better, Ben, as we're creating more suspense here without them able to actually see what's going on.
They just have to trust what we're saying.
That's right. And trust this, that what we do say right now, 11:53 in the fourth quarter, the Bulldogs just scored, and it's 19-14 as Bloxham tees it up at the 40-yard line to kick it away after the Charbonneau to Edwards touchdown connection of 20 yards. The Lions are standing at the 10-yard line as they, thank you, sir, as they are awaiting the kick of whether that'll go deep or whether that will go shallow, and we'll see what happens as Bloxham steps up to make the kick. And looks like it's going to be a line drive deep, fielded at the 5-yard line, and here's the return. Reverse coming, and he breaks one tackle. He's down the sidelines across the 30, breaks another tackle. He's into Bulldog territory, and there is a flag on the field, and that return is going to come back. The Lions know it. He puts his hands up over his helmet. He knows that they're going to call. I think it's a block in the back.
I love the aggressive call from the Blanchard coaches. We decided to kick it deep, and they go with the reverse immediately. They knew if Wagoner kicks it deep, that's what they're doing.
We got another one.
It almost
down
worked.
on the sidelines.
Okay.
Another cramp, it looks like.
So we're going to have an injury timeout as the Lions, hopefully just a cramp as they work out on the Bulldog sidelines. The referee did call a block in the back, so fortunately for the Bulldogs, that nullifies that big return into Bulldog territory. And now, Ben, the ball is going to be at the Blanchard 27.
And we needed a little help on that one. We've shot ourselves in the foot plenty of times with our own penalties. I'm glad that we got a little help on this one. So, defense is feeling the fire now. So make a quick 3 and out. Let's get the ball back and go down and take the lead. Just keep pushing and controlling the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions. Here's a handoff straight up the middle. And is that a ball comes loose? Avon Goodwin picks it up. He's going for the touchdown.
No, they called him
Oh,
down.
we're going to have to watch the replay on the big screen as Goodwin is in the Lions end zone, but they're going to call him down. We're going to watch the big screen on the replay if we can get it close enough. And
Coach Condit wants to know why it's not
A fumble. He's all in the officials here.
That ball was out before he hit the ground.
so that will be seen several times.
Oh, yeah, the Bulldog fans are...
And the Boo Birds are going. And wow, that's a big call right there.
Now, the kid hit the ground with no ball.
Yeah,
The ball was thrown off to the side. But okay.
Coach Condit is right in the officials here on the sidelines.
If you are watching the live stream, pay for the subscription and also watching F&B, you might comment and let us know if you see a replay there.
I did.
So here is the Blanchard looking for the throw, and there's a great.
You can't call that. Come on.
Swanson looked to have a great defensive play on the ball, but I think they're going to call pass interference.
He threw it right at him.
That was a 2nd and 10 play. Incomplete pass would have made it 3rd. It is going to be, as we wait for the official call, pass interference against the Bulldogs. And that will move the ball to the 42-yard line of the Lions.
Automatic first down.
11:05 left in this fourth quarter.
So we don't have the benefit of replay here at the high school level,
Right.
unfortunately. But Bulldogs just gotta call that mentally. Come on, guys.
So a 1st and 10 now will turn into a 1st and 5 for the Lions as the Bulldogs jumped early on an offsides call.
Settle down.
Yep.
Just settle down. Play
Yep.
smart football. You're controlling everything except the mistakes are what's beating you. It's not that they're beating you.
Right.
You're beating yourselves.
Yep.
Take a deep breath.
get your head back, and finish the way you know how to play.
1st and 5 now for the Lions at their own 47-yard line. 11:03 left in this game. Quarterback with the running back in the backfield with him. 4 wide receivers. Here's the quarterback keeper. Now he throws it out in the flat, makes a catch, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And John, that play has been pretty effective.
It is pretty effective.
He's had 3 options. You got the fake in the backfield, looks to be running, and then pulls up for the pass.
Right, because he's running forward.
Yeah.
He doesn't cross the line of scrimmage, but then he has the option, if that's open, to throw the receiver on the boundary. So yeah, it has been pretty effective. So it brings up 2nd and short for Blanchard.
2nd
We've
and
seen the
1.
defense hold on a
Yes,
shorter
we have.
Shorter play than this, so we can do it if we put the pressure and get them in the backfield.
2nd and 1 for the Lions from the Bulldog 49. Quarterback this time hands off the ball and met right at the line of scrimmage, but I think with forward progress, he's going to get to the 48 for a 1st down.
It was good to hear our Bulldog fans. I could hear them in the press box stomping and
Yeah.
defense.
Yes.
So good. They're the Bulldog faithful are showing up. Some of them are on their feet down there as the suspense of the state championship game with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left. Bulldogs only down by 5 as they try to get a stop here.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 47 for the Lions. 3 wide receivers this time with 2 in the backfield with the quarterback. This time it's a handoff straight up the middle, and the Bulldogs bottle it up. I believe that's number
Shield
32,
Knight.
Bryce Steele. Number 12 is Shield Knight, and the
Another player
Lions,
down.
I believe that might be the running back having trouble getting back to his feet as the timeout is called for the injury with 10:03 left in this 4th quarter.
So for those of you who don't know, the benefits of stretching and having fluids is crucial in games where it's cold and wet, because the Blanchard players evidently didn't do the right thing as they continue to cramp up. That's about 5 or 6 or 7 of them that have cramped up during the game, and I don't think we've had one Wagoner player yet.
So it's definitely a very damp, cold night as the deluge came around 7 o'clock, and then around 8:15, somewhere around there. Lightning came with it. That's why it's
little hail.
A little hail came with it as well. That's why it's 11:34, and we just started this 4th quarter, John.
That's right. I knew we'd go close to midnight.
Yeah.
Because most of the games are about 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes long. Once they start.
We are back to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd and 10. Quarterback with 4 wide receivers from the Bulldog 47-yard line. Quarterback dropping back to pass, plenty of time, and that is almost intercepted. Looked like Charbonneau had a chance. Also, looks like Goodland had a shot on it as well, but that ball falls incomplete.
Good pressure too.
Yeah.
Made him rush the throw, so he didn't have time to set up like he has on some of the previous pass plays.
Need 2 more stops here, Bulldogs, because 4th down, they're most likely will line up to go for it. As the Bulldog faithful hear the defense chant down there.
A 3rd and 10 from the Bulldog 47. Lions again with the 4 receiver. And here is the quarterback rolling to his right, going to take it himself down the sidelines, and he is looks like he stepped out of bounds at the 39.
Yeah, he's 2 yards short.
And he is going to be 2 yards short as the quarterback. Usually, a matter of fact, that might be the first time that he's kept it.
Yeah.
Or at least a few times.
Yeah, he hasn't held on to it very often.
All right, Bulldogs, you've held them on 4th and 6 inches. Let's hold them on 4th and 2. Get
Yep.
the ball back.
Ball is placed at the 39, 4th and 2 for the Lions. as the clock rolls when the snap
Don't jump.
takes. Stepped out of bounds to stop the clock at 9:40, and the
Timeout.
Lions will take a timeout as they try to go for the hard count, which has been successful at a couple
times.
times.
We've jumped. Yeah, play clock was right at 0 as they called the timeout.
So 9:40 still on the clock. We're a timeout, and we are looking at a 4th and 2 for the Lions as we see what this game will hold for us with the 9:40 mark, and Ben, on the defensive side of things, even with the 19 points that the defense has given up, could be a lot worse with 5 turnovers.
5 turnovers. I mean, that's unheard of to be at this juncture of the game, to be so close and, you know, have it in reach if you can, you know, make a couple stops, get the ball back. So the really big 4th down right here. It'd be interesting to see what they decide to do with it.
4th and 2, here we go, from the Bulldog 39. Quarterback from the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 1 in motion. And the quarterback rolling to his right, looking downfield, pressure put on, he throws the ball, and it's almost intercepted by number
Great job,
6,
defense.
Sean Atkins, as John Atkins has made defensive play after play.
Defensive play after defensive play. Yeah, players make plays. I'll say it till the day I die. When you're playing football, any sport, I mean, if you
There we go.
the players make the plays.
You
So
know,
we got some players out there. Let's take this ball the other direction.
and he started the scoring with the big kickoff return,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's made some beautiful pass defenses. So
yeah.
now we can go
Do what we do.
do what we do and score a touchdown. Let's get the lead.
Charbonneau from the shotgun, 4 receiver look. Charbonneau taking himself. Yo, he's still going, and most importantly, he's into Lion territory. But John,
One
what
play.
did you see as he was running?
Yeah, he was protecting the ball for sure. He had both hands over it, covering it up, and I see our linemen out there right now pointing, telling everybody, "Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go! We got this!"
And holding on, you know, ball security. Every time that the coaches are around them, it's ball security.
Yeah, yeah. The clock continues.
Just run the ball right down their throat. We've done well with that.
Starts back up after the chains have been reset. Charbonneau taking himself
side.
again. Big yardage across the. He's still on his feet.
Keep
Oh,
going,
he is
There
saying,
we
you
go.
know what? You may have stripped the ball from me once, but you're not going to do it twice.
No, you're not going to get it out of his hands a second
Yeah.
time.
We're going to watch
I
the
dare
replay here,
you.
John. As he gets hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
and that was
10 yards after
yes.
first
That's
contact.
just what I was about to 10 yak yards.
Yeah,
And
yards
so
after contact.
the Bulldogs are at the Lion 27-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock running at 8:35. Tight formation this time. Charbonneau still from the shotgun. Man in motion gets the call. That's Edwards. Edwards across the 20, still on his feet, across the 10, and he is to the 6-yard line, and that's
25.
probably going to come back where the flag is at the 25. I'm gonna assume a block in the back. We'll see what happens with the official call, but Trenton Edward, that is, running hard, breaking tackles, but we're going to see what the penalty
That's on
is
us.
all about.
That's on us. Head gun penalties.
It is coming back on us. We'll wait for the official call, and holding is the call against the Bulldogs. That goes...
Okay, we got momentum.
brings that back as Edward gets to the 6-yard line. The penalty takes us back to the 37. It'll be 1st and 20 now as we are at the 8:20 mark of the 4th quarter. Charbonneau Here's a quick hit to Edwards, and really dangerous.
Yeah.
As the cornerback for the Lions almost jumped the route.
Yeah, he read it well. He knew what was coming.
He's seen that before if he's scouted film.
Now, on the other side of that, it might be setting up a hitch and go, as we
Yeah.
call it, and maybe sending Edwards deep.
Yeah.
But a great play by the cornerback for the Lions.
Yeah, he read it well, and then made a good open field tackle. You know, 1-on-1 to prevent a big gain. So
Second and 19 for the Bulldogs. Here's
Spread him
Charbonnet
out.
over the right side. And they balled him up pretty good this time on the Lions side of the ball.
Another man down. Drew Blanchard.
Yep, looks like. Yeah, we got a Blanchard player down on the field, so we'll have a timeout for an injury as the Bulldogs pick up about 4 on that play. It'll be a 3rd and 15 when play resumes. We're in the fourth quarter, 7:19 left. Bulldogs with 2 timeouts, so we await hopefully for the Lion to hop up and walk off on his own power, and it looks like he's going to.
it's number 3 again.
He's really struggling. He's had an active night, both sides of the ball, offense and defensively. So we will wait for the teams to get back to the line of scrimmage. As we are now over 400
As the
viewers.
drama thickens.
As the drama thickens, maybe even signed off of the subscription and said, you know what, let's just go straight audio
That's right.
from the Bulldog faithful. Here's a 3rd and 15. Charbonnet with 4 wide receivers. Edward in the background with him.
Plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah,
Play
a
clock.
lot of play clock time, so the Bulldogs taking their time. Charbonnet dropping back to pass. Plenty of time, now throws it. Man is open. That is number 10, Avon Goodland, I
3 yards
believe.
short.
A little short, but
Going to be short of first down yardage, but did a great job to tiptoe to stay in bounds.
yeah, good kick. You know, another step he could have maybe turned and got upfield because he had some room. He just all of his momentum was carrying him out of bounds.
Yep. So here's a 4th and 3 call. No, we're going to call it 4th and a long 2, 2.5. We'll say the ball is right on the 20, and Bulldogs will need to get inside the 18 for a first down. Charbonnet from the shotgun, taking it himself, puts his shoulder down, dives forward,
He didn't make it.
and I think he's going to
Well,
be short.
It depends on this guy has a more favorable mark, but I don't know.
And yeah, I think Connor's giving him an earful about that where he had it marked and where they actually marked it at the. Yeah, they're going to be short.
That's
This
right.
official had him marked for a first down, it looked like.
That's the right play call, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You put it in Charbonnet's hands. You run him north and south. You get his power going, everything going for it. But I think he's just a half a foot short.
Yeah, I think they're going to put the ball right at the 18. Yeah, and he really needed to get to the 17 and a half. So
Right.
he's a good football length short, if not more. So the Lions hold on defense, give it back to their offense. 1st and 10 from their own 18. 6:49 now left in this fourth quarter. Quarterback from the shotgun. And here's the handoff jet sweep.
Yes!
And that is number
What's a
1
flag?
with
Wow.
Edwards
Wow.
in the background. A late flag comes in as Edwards in
There's
the
no way
Lions'
they can be against us.
backfield
There's nobody there.
to tackle him for a loss of
Coach
about
Bonnet will lose his mind if that's
6.
against us.
And we will see what happens as the referees confer on the penalty. The loss is back to the 12-yard line of 7 if the play stands, and is still having a conference about the flag coming in. And they are They're marking it towards.
Face mask on Blanchard is what he's saying.
Oh, okay. So they're marking it off against.
Offensive face mask.
Okay, it must have just been the
Illegal
5.
hands to the face.
Okay. Maybe that was the call. So
That's a big play by Witt. He
Yeah.
made that,
now here's the thing, though. I think I would decline that penalty because now
Yeah.
the ball is at the
Right.
13-yard line. They
Yeah,
give.
decline it.
Okay, now here it is.
Yeah,
Going to be
fine.
marked back there and decline the penalty. Okay.
lost it down there.
Yeah.
Make it second and long instead of first and,
Yes.
first and long.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3. So yes, it'll be that 6-yard loss with Edwards in the backfield
Do it
making
again,
that tackle.
defense.
So it was either going to be a 2nd and 16 or a 1st and 13 if we took the penalty. So decline the penalty, 2nd and 16 for the Lions from the 12-yard line, from their own 12-yard line.
Bulldogs-
6:24 left.
Bulldogs showed a little bit of a blitz there. Nice
There
stick.
you go. Good job.
I believe Shield Knight and Williams, Steele, and Davis all in on the
62,
stop.
yep. So we got third and long for the Bulldogs. So we need you now, dogs.
Yep.
Lots of pressure.
And don't bite on all those fakes and let the
Yeah.
fake handoff, the fake run, and that little out pass that they've been so successful on.
Well, if I was just scouting them here, I would say the quarterback's probably going to roll out to the right, and then look for number 3 or number 9.
3rd and 13 after a 3-yard pickup on the previous play. Quarterback from the shotgun. They need to get to the 28, and here comes a
Delay
flag.
game.
And
Delay
yeah,
game.
the play clock is down to 0, and that is going to be a 5-yard delay of game penalty against the Lions. And I think that was a little bit of extra cheer on the Wagner side of things, as the Wagner faithful here at Chad Richardson Stadium may be a little frustrated
Yeah.
with some calls, but
Little exaltation.
for a 5-yard penalty, that was a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot
cheer.
of cheering for a 5-yard. We'll take
So
it.
3rd and 18 now for
Pick six.
the Lions. Quarterback from the shotgun, early start but not called. And as the running back picks up good yardage across the 20 to about the 23-yard line, well short of the first down, but will pick up a lot of that loss of yardage after the Edwards tackle and then the delay of game penalty.
All right, they are going to bring in, looks like a
Looks
punt,
like
a punt team, a legitimate punt team now.
If you've been with us for this game, you know that the quarterback has remained out there and has given an option, at least, looking to possibly go for it on 4th down. But they did exchange
Yeah, but
personnel, but
They
I think
didn't-
it's still the quarterback
That's
out
still
there.
a quarterback. They don't have a.
He is a little bit deeper than he normally is, and now
Please
he
catch
punts it away.
Please catch it.
And here is Swanson. Little trouble fielding it, and
Right.
a good pursuit by the Blanchard special teams, and immediately makes the tackle as Swanson, most importantly, able to secure the ball after early being having a little trouble.
Yeah. He had a little bobble on it, but we didn't lose it. So we got great field position.
Yeah. Good field, and we've really dominated running the ball
Yeah.
this half.
Yeah.
We just keep shooting ourselves in the foot when it gets down there close. So we just got to play smart and finish the drive.
4 minutes and 34 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Here is Charbonneau coming the left side across the 35, and they are definitely trying to rip that ball out still. And looks like Charbonneau is going to pick up about 5, John, and
You got more than that.
Okay.
Six or
Seven.
Yeah.
Seven.
yeah, going to be spotted beyond the 48, almost to the 49-yard line.
It's that yards after contact. They hit him and he keeps going.
Pickup of 7, 2nd and 3, and why not stick with that?
Yeah. My dad would always say, run it till they stop it. Okay. Run it till they stop it.
Yeah.
And then it'll set up something else.
There you go. So
Bring
once
them all
they do
into the
stop.
box, and you'll have somebody open somewhere.
Charbonneau going to keep it himself again, straight up the
First
middle
down.
into the secondary of the Lions and into Lion
We got
territory
a Bulldog
to the
shaking up.
45-yard line. Clock stops with the first down, 3:43. Now it starts, and the chains have not. I guess they just
I
roll
think
it.
they
Yeah.
started as soon as the ball set for play.
Oh, okay, I got you. So
Okay.
the chain gang is just going to have to hurry
They're
up.
gonna have to catch up.
Maybe not used to the fast tempo because
Yeah.
it hasn't necessarily been that for this game. Here is a 1st and 10, end around to Goodland, and he is going to be stopped after a minimal gain. And
Clock still running.
boy, I
Yeah,
just
they didn't call him out of bounds.
I would like to see when that contact comes for that second hand or arm to come up over that
Over
ball.
the football.
Goodland actually is going to pick up about 3 to the 42-yard line. And I believe the Bulldogs at least look like they're going to try to make this the game-ending drive.
Yep.
We got 2 timeouts left with 2.5 minutes, so plenty of time.
Yep. Charbonneau over the right side across the 40.
Good job.
Puts the shoulder down to the 36-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of first down as the clock runs with 2:25 left. Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts. Blanchard also with 2 timeouts.
As a coach on the Blanchard side, at what point do you start using timeouts?
Right? Yeah.
As we're driving, do you use them to secure some clock? Yeah, I can't imagine what's going through those 2 head coaches' minds right now,
Sure.
trying to figure out the strategy and the best decisions as we get down to the final 2 minutes.
3rd and 1 from the 26. And here is, that ball is intercepted. And it is the Lions who have created the 6th turnover of this game. Charbonneau was hit right when he threw. The ball popped up in the air, and I believe it was a defensive lineman for the Lions
Number 7, Nick.
who came up with the interception, and now the Bulldogs are in dire straits. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this ball game. They've got 2 timeouts, and if ever the defense needed to have a stop, it has to be right now.
Yeah, we have to. Big hits in the backfield, finish the tackles, use the timeouts, get the clock to stop. That's in high school. That's still quite a bit of time because the
Yeah,
clock
for
stops.
sure. Yep.
We just can't. They can't gain any positive yards.
Quarterback hands off up the middle, and he'll get about 2 yards to the Bulldog 46-yard line, and the Bulldogs will take their 2nd timeout of the half. That leaves them with 1:44 left, and we got to talk the future here as to give the Bulldogs a chance. They have to make this stop. And if they take that other timeout, maybe they get the ball back with 50 seconds left.
Yeah.
But no doubt, probably are going to have to drive pretty much the length of the field as their the Blanchard punter, which has been their has been their quarterback, has done a pretty good job of pinning the
Yeah.
Bulldogs deep.
Yeah, and as the Bulldog, you almost have to drop somebody to try and get a return, but yet you don't want to drop anybody because they've done such a good job on that quick kick. Oh no, we're going to hold it and
Yep.
convert the 4th down. So.
Yep. Or John, do you line up for and just go jailbreak for a punt block?
Right.
So we are awaiting the teams after the Bulldog timeout to get back to the line of scrimmage. 1:44 left in this ball game. 2nd and 8 for the Lions. From the Bulldog 46. Quarterback still from the shotgun. He'll hand off, and
There
the
you
Bulldogs are in the backfield
Timeout.
to make the tackle. And it's going to be a loss of 2. The Bulldogs will take their 3rd and final timeout with 1:36 left in this game. It's actually going to be a loss of 1 back to the 47. 3rd and 9 when play resumes. For those of you who are not aware, at high school there's a 25-second clock. Looking into the future here on a 3rd down and 9, John, if they don't make a first down, that clock will continue to run.
That's great.
Without the benefit of any more timeouts.
Right. Yeah, we don't have any timeouts, so Blanchard could technically run the clock down probably another 50 seconds here from those 2 plays.
And they will
if
probably
my math is correct.
and they'll probably take every second imaginable and take that 5-yard delay of game penalty.
Right.
So 3rd and 9 players. Bulldogs are on the ball. Here come the Lions lining up at the 47. 3rd and 9 for the Lions.
No positive yards.
Quarterback from the shotgun. Here's a handoff straight up the middle.
Good job.
And he is cut down at the 46-yard line. Ball will be just outside the 45. And the ball has been reset. It'll be 4th and 7, 1 minute and 18 seconds and counting for
They get it under a minute
the
before they
Bulldogs.
even have to snap it.
Yep. Play clock at 17, and they're going to be at about 55 seconds before they even have to make a decision of whether to snap it or not.
They'll probably call
60
timeout
seconds.
right before the penalty.
56, 55, 54, 53, and they are going to take a timeout. So the game clock is reading 51 seconds. So a little shy of that 50 seconds that we were talking about once the ball is punted away. If you are Wagoner, the Bulldog faithful, you're hoping for a muffed snap, a blocked punt, a punt return for a touchdown, which, John, we've seen all throughout this season happen.
We've seen electric plays for sure. And the punter for Blanchard, he only lines up about 8 yards deep in the backfield, even when he's punting. The quick kick, he's been about 5 yards deep. But the actual punt, I mean, pretty blockable if you got pressure on because he kind of rolls to his right, does the Australian kick.
Yep. So Bulldogs are back out on the field. Lions are still huddled up on their sidelines. 51 seconds on the game clock. Bulldogs with no timeouts. Blanchard actually has one more timeout, and they're going to take it here.
Young boy and burn it.
Yep. They went ahead and took back-to-back timeouts as they were, no doubt, 25-second clock was going to start here pretty quickly. So back-to-back timeouts here. For those of you at home, that's why we're not back to the action yet. It's a double timeout, so to speak. So
I would, if I was Wagoner, I would probably have 2 guys back in punt formation, just where we could set up some kind of pass, lateral.
yeah.
Something
fake reverse.
fake, yeah.
We saw the Lions do that on a
something
kickoff
big.
return. So, here we go. I'll tell you, Ben, John, it hasn't been this tight for a very long time.
No, it's definitely been, exactly what you'd expect from a state championship game.
Sure.
Is, both teams battling. I'm watching all the stats that they're running. To still be in the game with 6 turnovers, 96 yards and penalties.
Yes.
We've now outgained them. We've outgained them in the second half.
And here we go,
And
Bulldog
come
fans.
down to
Absolutely. And the punt is up and away.
get out of bounds.
And that's
terrible.
not the best of punts for the
It
Lions.
was not that far down the field.
Yeah, he's going to walk up.
So,
28. I'm saying the 28.
That's going to be
25.
marked at the 25-yard line, only 5 seconds off of
didn't
the
run
game
much
clock.
time.
So the Bulldogs
So we got 75 yards to go.
75 yards to go.
46 seconds.
For 46 seconds.
No timeouts.
I say it's been a long time since it's been this tight. It's actually been about a year to date
Yeah.
that it was this tight. So we'll see what the Bulldogs can put together here. We might as well say it's 1st and 75.
Yep.
Just work the sidelines, fellas.
Charbonneau from the shotgun, rolling to his left, looking now,
Right,
going back
run,
to his
run.
right. Got a lot of daylights, and he's got to get to that first down, and he does.
First down.
That will stop the clock as he got first down yardage.
They're gonna
And
mark
Aaron
it
marked
short.
it short.
oh my goodness! So the clock still runs.
So-
No, now they got the chains moving. Clock
Okay,
at
clock is
32 seconds. 30 is started. Here's Charbonneau looking downfield. Now throwing way downfield to Edwards. And
Oh,
Edwards
good
makes the catch
Good catch.
with the Lion draped all
Stop-
over
stop,
his
the clock
back.
stops.
Edwards makes
Spike
a
it.
big lead catch.
Spike it.
The clock stops with the first down yardage. It's at the Lion
They're not
40-yard
set.
line.
Go.
And here's 28 seconds. And
Why?
now we have a timeout.
What are you stopping for?
They don't have timeout.
28
has timeouts
seconds is on the clock. The clock has been stopped. A referee conference. The Lion coaching staff almost over to the numbers and not sure what's going on. Clock's still at 28. First and
Clock's
10
running now.
from
Oh,
the
it's
Lion
not.
40. And Charbonneau from the shotgun looking downfield. Got a man, catch is made at the 25 for a first
Now
down.
go spike it.
That's
Go spike
Goodland.
it.
Goodland, give the ball to the ref. There you go. And now the
Clock
clock
is stopped.
stops with 19 seconds. First and 10, first and 25, let's say, as Charbonneau spikes it with 14 seconds left.
Woo, doggies. Woo, doggies. This is getting good.
Too late tonight. My blood pressure medicine's run out by now.
We just passed the midnight hour, so we are into Friday morning now, December 1st, as we have passed November. 25 yards to go with the first down and 14 seconds.
Our best against their best. Right here. Number 1 against number 9. Left side.
Charbonneau looking that way. Got Edwards. Edwards gets out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and the clock stops with 9 seconds left.
Oh my goodness. Come on, boys.
Now we've got first and 12 to go to the end zone. Charbonneau spikes the ball,
We had the clock stopped.
and the clock
Spike it.
is still at 9 seconds. Second and the ball game, John.
We've got maybe 2 plays if we can get out of bounds. But we really just need to score and finish it.
Rob, I see your play talking about Witt having to come up with a Nakia Jones play from 2016. We'll see what happens here on a second and goal. We've got receivers all over the place. Charbonneau on the shotgun. Charbonneau looking to his
Shield
left, looking for Shield Knight in the end zone, and that ball is incomplete with 4 seconds left in the ball game.
I almost say the hitch and lateral.
Yeah.
Hit him on like a 5-yard curl route, and then send your receiver, your tailback down around and have him pitch it to him down the side.
I'm having a feeling. I have a feeling that we're going to see
Whit Edwards.
a jump ball with Whit Edwards in the end zone, and we're 12 yards away. This will be the last play, barring a defensive penalty. This will
Yeah.
be a last play of the ball game.
We take a defensive penalty.
Yeah, we'll take a pass interference or something in the end zone. And
Well, it's been a good one, Bulldog fans. So on your feet at home.
You might be waking up the baby as we're past the midnight hour, but it'll be worth it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the line of scrimmage.
If you're a believer, let's believe.
Charbonneau from the shotgun. There's the snap. Charbonneau rolling to his left. Now looking, pressure's on. He throws it up into the end zone, and it is batted away. And that is the ball game. The Lions have escaped the Bulldogs' last effort and are the 4A 2023 state champions. Jubilee on the Lions sidelines, heartbreak on the Bulldog sidelines as it came down to the very last play of the game. Despite it not going Wagner's way, Ben, John, what a game.
Heck of a game, guys.
What a
Heck of
game.
great game.
And what I love about that, we don't quit. Bulldogs
Absolutely.
don't quit. We gave it our all. Unfortunately, the dang turnovers really got us, but we had a chance there at the end to defend the title. But Blanchard, congratulations! You are 4A state champions.
You can't ask for a better
No,
game.
no.
Down to the final play, one or two different steps on that final play, and you've got the game-winning touchdown. So, and the huge positive takeaway from it, if there's a positive for losing in the championship, is you were one play away from winning it
Right.
with the mistakes that we had.
Right.
So, phenomenal job by the Bulldogs to keep themselves in the game.
In the game, right?
Absolutely. Charbonneau had rolled to his left. He was looking left. Pressure started to get to him. He looked actually to go back to the right, slips, and has to get composure back, and then heaves it into the back of the end zone, and it goes out of bounds to end the game. The final statistics there for, I know a lot of you are still with us and would like to know what went on. First downs as the final score, it's a final 19-14. The Lions, 4-8 state champions. First downs, Blanchard had 18, Wagoner had 17. The rushes and the yards, 36 rushes for 90 yards for Blanchard, 24 rushes, 172 yards for Wagoner. 200 yards passing, 198 for Wagoner. Total offensive plays, and this is a big one, 71 offensive plays for Blanchard, 53 offensive plays for Wagoner. Obviously, the big kickoff return by Atkins for the first score for the Bulldogs, but the stats above all stat lines is that turnover, and 6 for the Bulldogs, 1 for the Lions.
And Coach Condon will be the first to tell you that we're not going to win a state championship if we turn the ball over 6 times.
Yeah.
He said that's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So any ball game for that
Yeah.
matter. Any.
Yeah, you look at any football game, you have 6 turnovers, and
You're probably
it's
not
not
going to
going
come
to
out
end in
top.
your favor.
Yeah. But we fought to the end, Bulldogs.
Yeah, let's talk about the resilience. Well, let's talk about the game plan that Blanchard brought. They basically stayed with it the whole game. Not really didn't waver any,
Right.
and that RPO, if you want to call it, that run play option. Actually, it was a run bootleg pass option. 3 options there, very effective.
Oh yeah, it was a very effective offense because you never knew. It was so hard to defend because you didn't know where the ball was going to
Right.
go.
No.
You can't make your traditional reads. Oh, he's going. This is what it is. You have to continually read because it's changing every step.
And John, the short slants, skinny slants, whatever you want to call it, they hit those quite often
Right.
throughout
Especially
the game.
the first half.
Yeah.
And then we kind of made our adjustments for the second half. They still hit a couple, but not quite as many.
As the
But yeah, just their aggression on defense to turn the ball, to rip the ball out and get the ball away from us was the difference maker in this game.
So the trophy presentations are going on at the field right now, as obviously dejection on the Wagoner side, elation on the Blanchard side as they huddle up here and now are going over to their fans. The Bulldogs are facing the home side to their fans, as I believe they are going to announce each individual player for both teams.
Yeah.
I think they're
They'll
doing
get
that.
recognition. Yeah, I
Doing that
understand.
right now to recognize each player. And John, Ben, either way, whether you're a starter or whether you're second string, you're practice squad, whatever, we call the same names and the same numbers a lot during the game, but it is truly a team effort, whether that's on a Friday night or a Tuesday afternoon.
Right. That's true. Or they're just Sunday watching film.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you got to be there because you never know when your number is going to be called. If you're second stringer or whatever, and guy goes down in front of you, you got to be ready to go.
Well, and without those guys that can run the scout offense,
Right.
you're not able to see what
Going against.
at least on the field what you might see on the in-game time. So
Right.
it takes every one of those guys working hard to produce what we produce year in and year out.
You got guys like, and John, I know you'll probably remember this from your teams as well, but Ben would throw out a name of those players that would bring the same intensity of a Friday night, like Mikey McKinney.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to, being on that scout offense or whatever, you've got to bring 110% because that's what they're going to see in the game. So you've got to be able to reproduce it as much as possible, and that's a whole different mindset to be able to keep that intensity up, knowing that on Friday night, odds are you're not going to get out there, and your name's not going to be called on the PA. But without you, those guys wouldn't be able to do their job either.
100%. And we appreciate everyone that has stayed with us throughout this game and throughout the season, and calling out the love to us in the chat room. We thank you for that, and still almost 150 with us right now. And as we are in the midnight 30 hour coming up, and so for those of you interested, Wagoner has called this a virtual day, as we're obviously into Friday now, and so nobody will have to hurry home and get in bed and all that kind of stuff and have to wake up and go to school tomorrow morning, at least physically, John. They're still going to have to get online, though.
Right. Yeah, there is an assignment posted online. So we need to make sure and do that.
So we
Definite perk of a 30-minute drive home instead of a 2-hour drive home.
Yeah, Ben here lives near Norman, so not too far of a drive here from him. So Garrett's had some family here, and so he's taken off, and John will be traveling home with his family, and so it'll be me and the white school Impala on the way home, and a little 2-hour trip home. May have to find me a Dairy Queen before I leave out of here.
There you go.
Get me a Blizzard or something. Yes. So, but we do appreciate all the love from Friday Night Bulldog fans that you've, whether you've been at the games or online, you've stayed true to the Bulldogs and tried tonight to will the Bulldogs into.
We were close, really close.
Even into these late hours, as we're probably 3 hours beyond the normal time of the end of the game. So we appreciate those that are still with us. And Chelsea, Fred, Rob, Michelle, Libby, Jean, all still commenting. And Jean, you're right. It's not the outcome that we wanted, but I believe everyone can say that we're Bulldogs for life.
Yep.
So I believe they're just now getting to the presentation for. No, they're still naming the Wagoner, numbers. Looks like they are in the 60s right now, and so the Lions await their presentation. And Ben, not very many silver balls that have been sitting in that trophy case.
No,
but that's nothing to blink at either.
No, it's not. It's hard. It's hard to even get back to the state championship back-to-back years, let alone win it.
Yeah.
And apparently Blanchard likes to end our streak.
Right.
They ended our 48th, and
That's true.
So now we've got a little more bad blood for that next time we meet up with them in a situation. So it's you look at any sport at any level, and being back-to-back is difficult.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. These guys are 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
And they feel the pressure of the Bulldog fans wanting to see them win, and so to be able to carry that and keep the streaks and the winning seasons and the playoff appearances every year. That's a lot to bear, and they do a great. The coaches do a good job preparing them and getting them ready to do that.
Ben, thanks for reminding us of that, because through all the tense moments and things, John, these are high school boys.
Yeah, they're just
they're
kids.
boys, okay, and young men, but they're boys, and they're not getting paid to do this. And
Love
so,
the game.
yeah, just wanting to get out here and make their teammates proud and their team, the community proud, and so it's such a huge point to make. Is yes, the frustration sets in, and yeah, we had plenty of penalties. We had dropped passes. We had fumbles. We had interceptions. We had again a lot of penalties for sure.
Yeah.
And again, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old boys.
Mm-hmm.
And so we always need to be mindful of that. And when you see these guys, don't remind them of that. They know. They know what happened in the game. But
Nobody's going to beat themselves up more than those
exactly
30 guys down there in black uniforms right now.
Yes, exactly. So when you see them at Walmart or at school or whatever, be sure to tell them how proud you are of them and how proud you are that they just how they played to the bitter end, John, and just the pride that they have given the community.
Right. Yeah. I always say, job well done. I mean, you guys got here. You competed. You did your best. You gave it your best shot out there, and you were that close. And you made us proud, Bulldogs. So good job.
Absolutely.
Proud of you.
As the Bulldogs have finished their introductions here at Chad Richardson Stadium, and now, that this was, Ben, even though we never had to experience this, you have to know that the Bulldogs just are having everything within them to be able to even look the direction of the Lions being presented that gold ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lump in your throat. It's hard. It's hard to swallow. But I'm proud of them. I mean,
Yes.
We're proud of you, Bulldogs.
Again, as many as want to point out the 6 turnovers, you could turn that around and say, okay, yeah, but 6 turnovers and it
we were
still
one play
came
away.
down to the final
Last
play of the game.
Yeah.
That
No chance.
is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And, slippery field.
Yeah.
He loses his footing trying to
Yep.
scramble a little
Yep.
bit. I mean,
Yep.
there's so many little bitty factors that came in. It could have been a completely different outcome.
Yeah.
A couple of catches, obviously the turnover. But even on the last play, he slips, is able to keep his feet, and it just wasn't meant to be this time.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So looks like the trophy has been presented to the Blanchard Lions, and now they are going with the individual players. And so we're going to call it good here in Edmond, Oklahoma. We appreciate everyone that logged on tonight. 450-something devices, despite being only audio, John.
Right. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And so the views, well over 2,000 views. 2,229 to be exact. So people checking in on the scores and seeing what's going on or whatever, and those that have been with us from the beginning to the end, no matter it just being audio. So Ben, any last word for the Wagoner faithful still with us? They got 87 devices still with us.
Still with us. John said it earlier. We were talking about Bulldogs around the world and the Bulldog for life, and I don't think people that aren't from small town America, take that just Wagner out of it, realize the pride that people have for their hometown.
Sure.
And, even when bad things happen, you're proud of your hometown, and can't say that enough. I tell everybody, you get talking, and I'm from Wagner.
Yep.
I'm a Bulldog.
Yep.
So.
And John, when you say that these days, of course, Wagner has a rich tradition in football, despite maybe not making it to those state championship
Right.
games. However, you mentioned it in 2023 that you're from Wagoner. Almost immediately, you're going to be talking football.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's always like, "Yeah, you're Wagoner. Oh wow, you guys have done great. Yeah,
Well,
Coach Condit. Yeah." So yeah, just it's been an amazing run. We're undefeated till tonight. So just super proud of the guys and the Bulldogs staff, Coach Condit, and everybody. It's been a good run. I just want to make sure I wish my daughter a happy birthday today. It's the next day as we went past midnight.
Right.
But I told her I'd wish her a happy birthday today. So happy birthday, Avery.
Yes, sir.
And the one final note, everybody talks football, but look what our winning program has done for the rest of our sports. Wrestling is,
Yeah.
I mean, the softball team just was
Yep.
amazing this year, and they're young.
Yep.
So, that whole winning mindset is starting to spread now to the other sports and the other, the academic team is
Academic team.
one state.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Exactly.
every aspect of the school now is change the mindset. It starts changing, and
Yep.
they get used to that winner's mindset.
Right.
So
Yep. So that is going to do it for us at Chad Richardson Stadium, the home of the University of Central Oklahoma Broncos. You have been listening to Friday Night Bulldogs for approximately almost 6 hours. So we are going to call it a night, a good, hopefully a good start of the month to you as you start your day. Would say tomorrow, but it's actually today. Maybe a few hours for some of you. And we pray God's blessings over you and your family as we move into the Christmas season and no doubt traveling time for a lot of us. So that's going to do it for Friday Night Bulldogs for the season. Bulldogs come up short 19-14. Blanchard Lions prevail. Came down to the last play of the game, but the Bulldogs go 13-1 for the season and are state runner-ups.
Not too shabby.
Not too
not
shabby.
bad at all.
So that'll do it for us here. We appreciate everyone that logged on. For Ben McFarland, John Page, and Garrett Haddock, I'm Jeremy Holmes saying good night and God bless America.
76, Trey Spencer. 77, Ryder Goff. 78, Connor Schuler. 79, Colin Cooksey. 80, Max Crawford. 81, Derek W. 82, Matt Campbell. And 87, Journey Hodgson.
All right.
Surely that was long enough. The hearts kept coming.
Yeah.